Westwood Warriors enjoyed a trip home last week with a big win over Austin High to finish off their non-district campaign in 2025. And now it's go time. District competition starts tonight, and an old rival doesn't get any better than this. Good evening, everybody. We welcome you to the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex in North Austin, Texas for Vype Live's presentation of Westwood Warrior football. The Warriors taking on the McNeil Mavericks tonight as we kick off 25-6A league play. Along with Christina Weber, Christina Bertrand. Man, here we go. It's like being home again here in week number 3. I'm Rodney Rodriguez. I look forward to bringing you the action tonight as the Warriors look to capitalize off of that momentum last week and that dominating win over Austin High. But you got the rival coming in that has been on a great run the last couple of seasons, the McNeil Mavericks. Both teams come in at 1-1, so lots on the line tonight. These district wins, we've watched it so many times in district competition to where you absolutely have to take every advantage that you can. And the Warriors would love to start out 1-0, especially over a rival on their homecoming night. McNeil, coached by head coach Scott Hermes. Of course, in that coaching tree of Drew Sanders over at Vandegrift, it's been a good run for Scott Hermes, an immediate impact that he has made with McNeil when he came in, and he has got that program going in a great direction. Meanwhile, across the way, your Warriors, head coach Derek Ward, his first season with the Warriors, and that massive improvement that we talk about so often in football, the improvement between week 1 and week 2, and what an improvement it was last week for the Warriors as they make their way out onto the field for this contest tonight. Westwood, the designated visiting team tonight. They're in the Stormtrooper Icy Whites, friends. White shoes, white trousers, white jersey tops, burnt orange numerals, white helmets, and the nice silver and burnt orange W on the side for win, along with the Warrior insignia over on the other side. McNeil Mavericks across the way. They are the home team, of course, and they are in blue this evening. They'll get ready to make their way out. Black trousers, blue jersey tops, white numerals, McNeil across the front, white and green stripes on each shoulder, and of course the black and green helmet with the McNeil insignia on the side there as well. So that is how they're going to look tonight as we get set. But what do we get on the field? That's going to be the question. It was a just stifling defense, really the only way to put what we saw from Westwood last week. We'll see if they're going to be able to carry that over. They're going to have their hands full. Jarrell Gary, that's a guy that will be calling his name a lot. Experienced quarterback, third-year quarterback, Jaden Schultz. Meanwhile, on the other side, Cooper Waits in full command of his group last week. And the young guy, Maps Mayes. This guy, 2 touchdowns along with Drew Norrell. Big night for those guys. So it's going to be one of two things. We're going to have a track meet, or as we've had many, many times in the history of this rivalry, we might have a little bit of a defensive battle. We've had everything in this rivalry. We've had some games that get a little out of control. I called an overtime game here in the past that McNeil won with a field goal as time expired in overtime. So let's see what we get with this version of it. Of course, these two schools, 1981, Westwood, the second school into Round Rock ISD, the second high school. Westwood here in the northern part of North Austin. Actually, in Austin is where Westwood is, but it falls under the Round Rock ISD boundaries. Some 10 years later, here came McNeil, right across the other side of the interstate, of the highway. So this rivalry runs deep and this rivalry runs long. Can't really count Round Rock. It was in school in the 1870s when that one was established. You didn't have another high school till 81, and then you had one again in 90. So that's the storylines for tonight. Who goes 1-0, we'll find out elsewhere in 25-6A tonight, and this is a Vype Live Cup game, so you can actually catch both broadcasts of that. Mike Rose and Trey Grubb on the call for McNeil. You can find that right there on your Vype Live platform. Tonight, Vista Ridge on the road over at Dragon Stadium. The Dragons trying to not start 0-3 this season. It'll be Vista Ridge and Round Rock. Vista Ridge is 2-0. Vandegrift takes on Stony Point. Stony Point with a fabulous win last week as well to bounce back. Cedar Ridge taking on Hutto. Both of those teams looking to get on the right side of it as well. But as we talk about with non-con, Those are important. Those are warm-ups. Those wins are really, really good. But when it all comes down to it, this is the second season right here, already in week number 2, as 25 6A will kick off. Coming up, we'll get you set for the kickoff of the renewed rivalry. It's your Westwood Warriors taking on the McNeil Mavericks, and we'll have it live right here tonight on Vype Live. Stick around, friends. This is going to be a good one.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Back live at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. Of course, a very trying week. Lots of situations happening in our country, but of course, it is the anniversary of 9/11. Let's go down to the field for tonight's national anthem. Great rendition of the national anthem from the McNeil High School Choir as they deliver that tonight. The color guard now. Let's observe a moment of silence with the color guard in remembrance of 9/11.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Back live at the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. It is time for district football, 25-6A, the Westwood Warriors and the McNeil Mavericks getting set to go to kick off the district campaign. Warriors and Mavericks, never gets old. Beautiful night for football here at the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. Again, right off of Palmer Lane, if you're familiar with this North Austin, Texas area. Centrally located right here in the middle of everything these days. 88 degrees as we set the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line to get set to go. Light northerly winds blowing slight gusts from time to time, up to about 12 miles per hour on a good whiff, but we're not seeing a lot of that. Flags are a little active, but nothing that should play too much havoc into the contest tonight. By the time we're done in the fourth quarter, 82 degrees, so starting to feel a little bit like fall, slightly like fall, we should say. Bryce Wilson, the senior, will kick it off for McNeil. Dropping back, it is Drew Norrell. as he stands back with Maps Mayes. We are underway from the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. This will be Mayes, about 7 yards deep in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. First down coming up for Westwood as they will start on offense, led by junior quarterback Cooper Waits. He will have with him in the backfield Maps Mayes that we talked about. We'll also see a healthy dose, I'm sure, tonight, once again, of Wade Allen across the front for Westwood. Jason Francis, Travis Holla, Robert Main, Devin Rupert, and the senior Shane Holder. Westwood first down play. First quarter in the Icy Whites. They will be going left to right across your TV, smartphone, tablet. Clap of the hands. First down play is a handoff to Mayes. He's met immediately at the line of scrimmage. Helmet losing the lid right there. Ethan Wynn, junior defensive lineman there for McNeil. So Mayes no gain on the play. We'll bring up second down and 10. Westwood a little bit of a slow start last week on offense, but that soon changed. Let's take a look at the temperature here and see what we get from the offense tonight. Ball sitting in the middle of the field. Two receivers split to the top. Single receiver down to the bottom. Single back in the backfield is Mayes. Here's a handoff. Mayes once again trying to run off a right guard that he is stacked up immediately at the line of scrimmage. Just nothing right there. Definitely in the hands of McNeil. The line of scrimmage battle here early on, 2 plays in, just underway from the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. 11 minutes remaining with the Westwood Warriors and the McNeil Mavericks. 3-yard gain, third down and 7. Coming up for the Warriors, up to the line of scrimmage. Slotting out Asher David to the near side. 2 receivers each direction. Looks like an empty set coming in the backfield. Now Mayes is there in the backfield with Cooper Waits. He stands over to the left. Waits awaiting the snap. He's going to make his way back up to the line of scrimmage. Now back. 4 seconds remaining on the play clock. Takes a snap. Waits looking downfield. Pocket begins to collapse. Fires. This one picked off at the 35-yard line. Coming back the other way. There's nobody there. That is heading into the end zone. It's a defensive touchdown. And just like that, Marshall Holland takes it back 36 yards on the INT. And McNeil is on the board. Pocket began to collapse. Cooper Waite rushed that. Didn't really have anybody in the vicinity there as that second level of the McNeil defense had everything covered up. And just like that, McNeil drawing first blood. Here's Bryce Wilson on for the extra point. So not the start for the Warriors that you're looking for coming off of that win last week. Late addition here for McNeil as they get their PAT team set. Snap is good. Wilson puts the foot into it and right through the uprights. 10:19 remaining in the first quarter from the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. McNeil 7, Westwood nothing. Vype Live's coverage of Westwood Warrior football continues in just a moment.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Westwood Warrior football presented by the Westwood Warrior Booster Club and many of their great sponsors like Spicewood Dermatology, where skin meets science. Longtime supporter of Westwood Warrior football, Spicewood Dermatology, where skin meets science. Check them out online, SpicewoodDermatology.com. And thank them for being a part of the Vype Live broadcast of your Westwood Warriors all season long once again. We'll talk about those great partners and sponsors throughout the night. So Mayes will drop back once again with Drew Norrell here with 10:19 remaining in the first quarter. It's an interception for Marshall Holland that has the first points on the board of the contest here tonight. Here's Wilson. This kick, that one sails about 9 yards deep into the end zone. So Westwood will get another try to get the offense cranked up and get rolling right here with Cooper Waits looking to bounce back there from That inauspicious start right there. So Weston Franz along with Norrell. Ryan Edson's a tight end on the offensive side. Still haven't seen the defense. And here are Derek Ward's Warriors making their way out for the second possession. In the backfield now, Wade Allen, senior running back. He wears number 5. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line. 10-19 still remaining here in the first quarter. Clap of the hands. Waits will hand it off. Here's Allen breaking about 4 tackles to bounce it out to the 30-yard line, so a gain of 5. First true positive yardage there for the Warriors on offense. They'll bring up second down and 5 as the clock ticks down to 10 minutes remaining in the first quarter. So we saw a very high-tempo offense last week for the Warriors, and that looks like what we will get once again is already up to the line of scrimmage. There's the Hamburger offensive line, 3-man front coming up for McNeil, now dropping an edge over to the left side. 2 linebackers. Waits takes a snap, looking, breaks 1 tackle at the 30, tripped up and falls to the 34-yard line. Making stop for McNeil. It's Ethan Wynn. Line of scrimmage officially the 34. So a third down and 1 coming up for Westwood is once again quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. Mias now back in the ball game, and he will now flex out here to the bottom side of your screen. Single receiver to the short side up on top, the short side left. And Allen stays in the backfield out of the pistol formation. Here's the handoff. This is Allen. Breaks a tackle right up the middle. Into McNeil territory, spinning. Still breaking tackles all the way down to the 43-yard line. Wade Allen, power hard running. And there's that big momentum shift that you needed right there just to stop what had happened with the interception. So Allen finding it off a left guard and busts into McNeil territory. Same formation coming up. Tight end setting out to the near side. It's Ryan Edson. Once again, rolling, looking, waits, fires. This one incomplete. Had the tight end, Ryan Edson, and he also had Drew Norrell there, but the pass kind of sailed errantly about 5 yards to the inside of both receivers. Back on the coverage there, the closest player to the ball was Tyson Cox, linebacker for the Mavericks. Clock stops on the incompletion. 8:34 remaining in the first quarter in a 7-0 ball game. Ball sitting on the left side, hash mark, line of scrimmage, a 42-yard line of McNeil. Here's the handoff. Allen trying to bust to the outside once again. Gets to the 40, inside to the 38-yard line. So a gain of 4 yards for Wade Allen. Allen with the big hitting play a little earlier to get the Warriors into McNeil territory. 3rd down and 6 coming up for Westwood. Checking into the ball game back once again, Aiden Taylor. You'll see him on both sides of the ball for McNeil. He'll check into the secondary. Tight end remains in the contest, Ryan Edson. You'll also see tonight Charlie Fry, as we saw those 2 tight ends shifting last week. Third down play out of the gun. Man in motion to the near side, it's Edson. Rolling right, fires across, trying to set up the screen. There's Charlie Fry at the 40. He's hit there, and he will get back to the original line of scrimmage to the 38-yard line. Clock rolling with 7:40 remaining. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 6 coming up for the Warriors. So sitting in McNeil territory here with the first 4th down of the ball game. Ball sitting on the left side hash mark. Warrior offense stays on the field. Norrell and Mayes lining up to the near side, the long side. That's the right side of the field. Charlie Fry, the tight end. Edson, 2 tight end set. Wade Allen stays in the backfield. Play clock at 10. Cooper Waits back out of the gun once again. 3-man front coming for McNeil. Clap of the hands, dropping back. Waits will run at the 35. Breaks a tackle there at the 30 to the 28-yard line. Cooper Waits for 10 yards. And that'll be a Westwood first down as we approach the 7-minute mark remaining in the first quarter. So Waits with a rushing touchdown last week, and he turns the wheels on right there. And a penalty marker on the play. It is a first down. Call against McNeil. Penalty declined. And so the Warriors will now scrimmage from the 29-yard line. So a 9-yard gain there. for Cooper Waits. As the offense back up to the line of scrimmage, 2 receivers up to the top, empty set, lots of football field over on the right side for the Westwood offense. Allen stays in a shallow pistol formation, takes the handoff, runs right off of the center. Good hold right there. Shane Holder, the anchor of the offensive line, bouncing out to the 26, 3-yard gain on the first down play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Ethan Wynn loses his lid again. Second time that Ethan Wynn has lost his helmet for McNeil. To buckle that strap up a little bit. When they say strap that thing down tight, you got to strap it down tight, Mr. Wynn. 2nd down, 7. Clock rolling, 6:25 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 ball game. McNeil on top. Clap of the hands. Here is the handoff. Allen bouncing to the outside at the 20, the 15. Breaks a tackle there and falls to the 10-yard line. Wade Allen, punishing running by Wade Allen for 12 yards. Ball set at the 11-yard line, and it is a red zone opportunity. Caprimo red zone opportunity. Ball at the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. Clap of the hands. Here's Allen once again, just barreling forward, and Allen out to the 8-yard line, so able to gain 3 yards there. 2nd down and 7 coming up for the good guys. Looks like a Maverick down on the turf, actually 2 Mavericks down on the turf. So as the athletic training staff tends to them, here's a word from our friends at Speedy Mart.
At Speedy Mart, we keep it moving. Snacks, drinks, last-minute stuff, you're in, you're out, and back to whatever you were doing. We're not just a regular corner store. We're more than that. And we've got more of what you're looking for.
In and out in a flash, it is Speedy Mart. And I am not shy to say I am a frequent visitor to the Speedy Mart. I live in gas stations lots of times, and it's not just for getting gas. I'm a gas station food connoisseur, I will tell you. Talking about Caprimo with this red zone opportunity coming up. Who doesn't know Caprimo? Austin's premium cupcakery and coffee house, and a new location coming up this fall that's going to be in the beautiful settings of Lake Travis. You know Caprimo. You see it right there off of 183. Stop in there and get some of that great coffee, the cupcakes, the best stuff that you're going to find. It is Caprimo, proud and longtime supporter of Westwood Warrior football and Westwood Warrior Athletic Booster Club. 5:50 to go in the first half. Quick points on the board for McNeil off of a Cooper Waits interception that was pick 6 return to the house. But now Westwood on the march now with a 2nd down and 7, ball sitting at the 8-yard line. So the Warrior offense up to the line of scrimmage for the 2nd down play. Shallow pistol once again. Now it's Mayes in the backfield. Maps takes the handoff. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Can't spin away from that. Just immediate penetration right there. No getting away there. As looks like Gary in the backfield. Immediately, Gary himself in the backfield frequently for McNeil. Comes in there on a mad stunt, able to make the stop there for no gain. Weston Franz out to the far side along with Drew Norrell. Single receiver down to the bottom. Mayes stands to the left of the quarterback. Cooper Waits. Waits rolling left, looking downfield. Fires that one in the end zone. Waiting on the indication, incomplete. Good coverage back there. Running stride for stride. Aiden Taylor back on the coverage. Very nicely thrown ball there from Cooper Waits as he fires that. Hit his man, hit his receiver. However, the coverage was just that good. And it looks like it will be Josh Cactus Jack onto the field for a 47-yard field goal attempt coming up. That is not right. That is actually a 26-yard field goal, and that kick is up and good. Drills it right through the uprights. So Westwood able to answer in a fast-moving first quarter. 4:33 remaining in the first quarter from Kelly Reeves. It's McNeil 7, Westwood 3. Westwood Warrior football on Vype Live continues in just a moment.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
7-3 our score from Kelly Reeves. Westwood and McNeil, second and third schools in the Round Rock ISD. Jaden Chody has the ball on the tee at the 40. Getting set to kick this off, dropping back. Brian Perkins along with Aiden Taylor. A couple of speedsters back there for McNeil. Haven't seen the McNeil offense yet. This will be their first opportunity. Very short, high kick. That's fielded and takes a good roll at the 30. Fielded back at the 27 and whistled dead. Coming up to make the grab there was Zach Christie. And it'll be first down coming up for McNeil with 4:28 remaining in the first quarter. So the McNeil offense, three-year quarterback Jaden Schultz does a masterful job of running Scott Herman's offense. He'll make his way back out in his senior season. Jarrell Gary, we'll talk about him. We'll talk about Aiden Taylor. Lots of threats on this offense for Scott Hermas. Line of scrimmage, the 29-yard line. McNeil in the home blues. They go right to left here in the first quarter. Pistol formation. Schultz will hand it off, bouncing to the outside, hit at the 30 and dropped. It's Aiden Taylor. Taylor with a gain of about 1.5 yards. Just a good job coming up into the coverage right there. Mariel Stogner in on the stop for Westwood. 4:09 remaining in the first quarter. Line of scrimmage, a 31-yard line. Schultz out of the gun. Two backs in the backfield, two receivers to the long side. That's the bottom of your screen over on the left. Schultz fires this pass a little high, right off of the fingertips there. Catchable ball for Jarrell Gary. Not able to haul it in. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9 coming up. So the Westwood defense picking up where they left off last week. And now into the ball game. Zylan Hall, the junior running back, he will now situate himself. Will Schultz over to the top of your screen. You got Gary and Taylor up on the top side. Two receivers stacked here to the long side as well. From the right side, hash mark. Schultz standing out of the shotgun. Clap of the hands. 2.5-step drop. Fires here to the near side. That pass incomplete. He's trying to hit the wide receiver here on the near side, Christie. And the coverage back there from Logan Miller. So it's going to be a 3-and-out coming up. Punting team making their way out for McNeil. Bryce Wilson getting set to punt it away. Maps Mayes will drop back. Mayes, ever elusive back there. Sophomore, dual threat, wide receiver and running back on the Westwood roster. And we saw it firsthand last week. This punt coming with 3:50 remaining in the first quarter. A 4th down and 8 coming up. Play clock expires. Don't know if Scott was able to get a timeout called. Looks like he did. So that'll be the first timeout called in the ball game, the first timeout, and it is called by McNeil. That'll give me a chance to tell you about my man, Big Ed Lundry, real estate. This is your guy. If you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, residential, commercial, farm and ranch, development, property, Big Ed Lundry has helped over 1,200 families do that, and he can do that for you as well. Ed Lundry, the Family Matters team. Check them out. Again, another great supporter of Westwood football. All of my years of doing Westwood football, it's these folks that I talk about. I know them. I'm not reading scripts. I actually am. I've got a list. But these are people that you've heard here in halftime interviews, and you'll probably hear them this year as well. Big Ed Lundry. He can take care of you if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. There's Wilson to punt it away. He stands at the 16. Mayes back at his own 30. Good snap. No pressure. Very high spinning kick fielded at the 26. Out to the 30. Mayes to 35. The 40. Breaks a tackle there. Into McNeil territory. At the 40-yard line. Finding the near sideline. He's not going to get caught. It is a house call for Max Mayes. 70 yards on the punt return. And Max Mayes puts Westwood ahead on a punt return. A beautiful run. Had to field that thing on the run. Comes all the way back. 70 yards later, the good guys are in the end zone. Max Mayes, this guy. Wow. Penalty marker on the field. Our referee tonight is Steve Babry. It looks like the call is stepping out of bounds at the 22. Well, it looked awful nice. He was tight roping along the far sideline. But the Westwood offense, talking about Ed Lundry, they're in prime time Ed Lundry real estate right here. From the 22-yard line, ball sitting on the left side hash mark. Single receiver split to each side. Here is the handoff, bouncing to the outside at the 10. Breaks a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, 22 yards, and it's Wade Allen. Allen is the man on the ground tonight. You got a dual threat with these two backs. Wade Allen turns on the speed when he gets to the 10-yard line, and boom, off he goes. And Westwood in business once again. Cactus Jack on for the extra point. Asher David will set it down. Trying to stay perfect on the night. Kick is up. Splits the uprights. 3:22 remaining in the first quarter. Place is excited. It's homecoming night for McNeil, but it's the men in white in control at the moment. Westwood 10, McNeil 7. Westwood Warrior football exclusively on Vype Live continues in just a moment.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
10-7 ball game, 3:22 remaining in the first quarter. And Westwood now sitting on top, getting set to kick it off. Chody, second kickoff of the night. Westwood capitalizing on a great return there from Max Mayes on the punt. It's another short kick fielded at the 28-yard line out to the 30-35, breaking a tackle, hit at the 38, falling forward to the 40-yard line on the return. Zach Christie on the punt return there for McNeil. 3:13 to work with here in the first quarter for McNeil. And the McNeil offense making their way out. They will begin this drive from their own 41-yard line. Second offensive drive, first on the 3 and out. Single back in the backfield, trips down to the bottom of your screen. Ball sitting on the right side hash mark, still traveling right to left. Hands it off, bouncing to the outside. A gain of about 4 yards there. Good hard running right there from Zylan Hall. Coming in on the stop, Elijah Sanchez for Westwood. Penalty marker on the far side of the field. We will wait on the indication coming up. First penalty of the ball game. Dead ball foul against Westwood. So something after the play there after Sanchez comes in on the stop. Taking a look at some other scores. First quarter scores. Bastrop leads Presswood Christian 14-0. Cedar Park on top of Huntsville, 15-0. Stony Point trails Vandy 10-0. Round Rock on top of Vista Ridge, 13-7. Bowie leads Glenn, 7-0. First down and 10 after the penalty. Trips to the bottom, single receiver to the short side right. Quick pass here to the near side, sets up the screen, turning upfield at the 40, hit and dropped at the 42-yard line as he hits Perkins out here to the near side. Coming in on the stop led by Cam Green. Also coming in on the stop there, Colton Case. Gain of 6, second down and 4 coming up with 2:25 remaining in the first quarter. Line of scrimmage at 36-yard line coming up here for McNeil. Remember, you can message me on X at the Rodney R. Pass, quick pass to the near side, and that's contained nicely. Brian Perkins hits it. As soon as he catches that football, he's got a face full right there of Westwood defenders, and he is bottled up with nowhere to go. Just a great job of the secondary coming up. Maybe a blown assignment over on the far side as he had a defender coming in from the secondary untouched. Third down and 2 coming up, under 2 minutes remaining. A $140 in the first quarter. 10-7 is our score. Here's Schultz. Whistled dead before the play gets rolling. Timeout called by Westwood. That is their first timeout of the ball game. So now each team with 2. Like ice cream, friends, then you know who I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about Handel's. Handel's is homemade and legendary ice cream, or O-Dough, for their cookie dough flavor. Well, they like to say, "You're killing me, s'mores." Their s'mores are amazing. It is Handel's, and it's homemade. The ice cream, that's that stuff late night. The worst times that you should probably be eating that stuff. They say it's the worst time, but why is it always the best time? Handel's, it's homemade. 1:36 remaining here in the first quarter. 10-7 ball game. An interception on the first possession for McNeil. 36-yard return into the end zone. 36-yard field goal from Josh Jack. And then Westwood into the end zone. 22-yard run from Wade Allen to get us at 10-7. District opener. Here's Schultz from under center. Hands it off. Big hole. Does close up nicely there as Ismael Martinez comes in on the stop. The ball carrier, Aiden Taylor. Taylor pushing over on the left side. Quickly back. Line of scrimmage now the 29. McNeil quickly back up. Now out of the shotgun. Standing back is Gary. Gary will take the direct snap. Reverse coming back the other way, and there's a lot of room here on the near side. Turning upfield at the 25, the 20, hit at the 15, dropped at the 14. Big play there for Brian Perkins. Logan Miller able to come in and make the stop. But as that play developed, coming here to the near side, you saw Perkins as soon as he made the turn, all he saw was green carpet. And it's a first down coming up for McNeil all the way to the Westwood 14-yard line. First and 10, ball sitting on the left side hash mark. Waning stages of the first quarter. Pass over the middle. Schultz wide open into the end zone. Touchdown McNeil. Jarrell Gary, 14 yards. And McNeil answers. Track meet was one of the options I gave you, friends. It's like that's what we have at the moment. That will bring out Bryce Wilson for the PAT. District opener, 25-6A. Quickly onto the field comes Kayvon Myers. Kick is up and good. 1:03 remaining in the first quarter. It is now a 14-10 ball game with McNeil on top. We'll keep it right here for the final 1:03 of the first quarter. So lots of back and forth that we have going on. And as we like to do throughout the night, we will kind of take you through the Vype Live scoreboard throughout the evening. let you know of other scores of relevance happening around the region. Late in the first quarter, it's Cedar Ridge 14 and Hutto 7. So that's of interest to us in 25-6A. Getting set for the kickoff. Dropping back will be Mayes along with Narell. Here is the kick from the 40. This will be Mayes. He will let that bounce. So with still that 1:03 remaining, the Westwood offense with another opportunity to make their way out.
Once again, we want to welcome back all
homecoming night for the McNeil Mavericks, and taking on the rival here this evening. Hugely important game, as I frequently talk about in this district. You get a log jam towards the bottom to refresh. 4 teams advance out of the district for the playoffs, and we usually have a log jam right there between 3 and 4. I don't see anything that tells me that it's going to be different this season, just with the balance that we're watching here so far early on in the season. Tight end in motion to the far side. Waits pass. Great block right there from the tight end. Out to the 31-yard line on the screen. Ryan Edson just doing that play exactly like it's drawn up. Out in motion, he sets himself. Mayes catches the pass, and there's his tight end right in front of him. Delivers a block and springs him for 7 yards. 2nd down and 3 coming up. Clock rolling with 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Line of scrimmage now, the 32-yard line. Westwood. Ball on the left side, hash mark. Single receiver short side left. Single receiver down to the bottom. On the give. Running left. There's running room once again at the 40 down to the 43-yard line. And once again, it's Wade Allen. Allen pumping those pistons, picking up a first down. 13 yards on the carry. And Wade Allen, talk about grounded pound. That's what we're seeing from number 5 tonight. 17 seconds remaining on the clock, so let's take a look and see if Westwood takes another shot here before the end of the quarter. Here's Waits out of the pistol. Single receiver split to each side. Ball still sitting on the left side hash mark. Waits, clap of the hands, takes a snap. Allen wrapped up in the backfield as he tries to get to the outside, and right there wrapped around his ankles was Michael Jones, the senior linebacker for the McNeil Mavericks, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. And it is a back and forth contest that we have right here, just like we knew it would be. After one quarter at Kelly Reeves, it's McNeil 14 and Westwood 10. Westwood Warrior football continues in just a moment.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
McNeil leads Westwood 14-10 as we start the second quarter with a 2nd down and 12. Westwood from their own 42-yard line. Now they will travel right to left in their icy whites. McNeil in the home blues. Waits, clap of the hands, hand fires to the near side. The tight end, running room at midfield into McNeil territory to the 48-yard line. Once again, he's got the soft hands and he's got the block. It's Ryan Edson. Edson stopped at the 49, going to be about 2-3 yards shy of the first down, just underway here in the second. First play of the second quarter there. And now brings up a 3rd down and 3. Westwood up to the line of scrimmage. Allen stays in the backfield. Single receiver split to each side. Tight end in the slot here to the near side. Hands it off. This time Wade Allen, nothing doing. He's hitting. He loses a yard. Coming in to make the stop right there, Ja'Cory and Hubbard loses his lid as well. What's going on there with McNeil? They're having a hard time keeping those helmets on tonight. But that's a loss of a yard, about 1.5 yards on that play. Should be 4th down and 4 coming up for Westwood. Actually, the ball sitting at the 49 back over on the Westwood side. So that would actually be a 2-yard loss. Now set on the midfield stripe. It'll be 4th down and 3. And it looks like Westwood will bring in Josh Hansen to punt this away from the midfield stripe. Dropping back is Aiden Taylor. He stands back at his 10. Hansen with a punt fielded, short punt. Oh, actually, no, there it is on the other side. Taking a nice roll quickly over the special forces down at the 1. Hustling all the way down the field, it's Joaquin Garcia. Garcia, the 49-yard punt, and Garcia sprinted about 40 yards to get to that ball before it went into the end zone. And that's going to pin McNeil in the shadows of their goalpost, literally. 10:38 to go in the first half, 14-10 in this back and forth contest here with Westwood and McNeil. Of course, at the half, we will have a trip over to the Vype Live scoreboard. We will have presentation of the Westwood Warrior Band, the best of the West, and some dancers. And probably even some McNeil, too. With the rivalry, I know we've got a Vype Cup game going on, but we all like each other around here. We'll probably get you some McNeil coverage also. 1st and 10 from the 1-yard line, standing 5 yards deep in his end zone. Schultz, near side pass. That one is caught. Taking that away from the defender, and he is headed. You talk about a house call. That's 99 yards into the end zone for Jarrell Gary. He and Logan Miller sky for the ball. Looked initially like Miller had the interception, but it's Gary coming down with the football 99 yards later. McNeil adds 6. What a play. Caught the ball at the 25, 5 yards deep in the end zone, as I mentioned. Schultz just laid that perfectly. Gary hadn't even looked up when that ball was released. And it falls right into his ever-loving hands. Gotta like that one. Here comes Bryce Wilson. Kick is up and good. McNeil getting them fired up on homecoming night. They extend their advantage on a beauty. Be looking for that one tonight on K-View. You'll see it on Friday Football Fever. 10:22 remaining in the second quarter. It's McNeil 21 and Westwood 10. Westwood Warrior football will continue in just a moment.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Officially 99 yards on the pitch and catch right there from Jaden Schultz to Jarrell Gary. And it's actually more like 104 yards because he was 4 yards deep, 5 yards deep in the end zone. And it'll be the kickoff coming. Catch your breath after that one, friends. Drew Norrell standing back along with Maps Mayes and Bryce Wilson to get us rolling here once again. Westwood briefly taking the lead, but now McNeil 14 unanswered, and it's 21-10. Wilson from the 40. Norrell from the goal line. He'll bring it out to the 10, 15, gets a block at the 20, turns upfield, ball on the carpet. That ball is loose and it's recovered by McNeil. Hit at the 24-yard line, the ball squirts out and rolls about 9 yards, recovered by the McNeil Mavericks. Second turnover of the night in Westwood territory. And the McNeil Mavericks, DJ Vasquez comes in to fall on the football, and here comes McNeil. 10-13 remaining in the first half. And old momentum all with the dudes in blue here at the moment. And here come the Mavericks. First down play, Schultz off a play action, fires this one complete at the 24-yard line. Great diving effort right there to get in front of that one and haul that one in. Zach Christie.
Second and 2.
First down, or second down and 2, 8-yard reception there. Now Schultz with an empty backfield, and you've got a quad of 4 receivers up on the top of your screen. Single receiver down to the bottom, ball sitting on the right side hash mark, line of scrimmage at 25. Schultz throws another fade, and this one up high. Clock stops, 9:36 remaining in the first half.
3rd and 2 for McNeil.
So the Mavericks coming up with a 3rd down and 2 play. From under center, here's Schultz, hands it off, big hole up the middle, not going to be caught, 24 yards into the end zone. Touchdown, Aiden Taylor. Taylor, 24 easy yards right there off of the left side of the offensive line. The seas parted, and off went Taylor. Oh, this one going from bad to worse here for Westwood. McNeil just piling this on here at the moment. PAT coming up. Zach Christie will set it down. That kick is blocked. Christie able to pick it up. Falls forward to the 3-yard line. So the first flaw of the night. But the damage is done right there off of the fumble. 9:28 remaining in the first half. It's McNeil 27 and Westwood 10. Warrior football continues in just a moment.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
21 unanswered points for the McNeil Mavericks. Have now surged to, or make that 19 or 20 points. And it is now a 27-10 lead for the McNeil Mavericks on homecoming night here against your Westwood Warriors. Wilson getting set to kick it away. Mayes back deep along with Drew Norrell. McNeil with just a surge right here. Talked about the speedsters, talked about the playmakers for Scott Herma's team, and hearing about the last 6 football minutes we've seen it from 2 yards deep in the end zone. This is Mayes. He's got a wide open space out to the 33-yard line. Max Mayes officially spotted at the 32-yard line. So that'll be where Westwood will take command on offense with 9:20 remaining here in the first half. Tell you about Reali's, folks. Lots of different food options, but if you're Italian is what you have a hankering for, you're home away from Rome, it's Reali's. Be sure and check them out. That is some awful good food right there. Really good stuff. Reality is a proud sponsor of Westwood Warrior football. First and 10 from the 32. Here's Cooper Waits with 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom, line of scrimmage at 32. Waits drops, flushed out of the pocket, runs at the 30, turns upfield at the 35, spins, falls forward, and is dropped at the 36-yard line. He's trying to advance a little further out, so able to gain about 4 yards there. So Cooper Waits dropping back into pass formation, and that's where you're really starting to see here on the defensive side. The McNeil secondary has the receivers covered up. Other than Edson, bouncing to the outside. And even this time an answer for Wade Allen, who has run pretty free. Allen out to the 37. Gain of a yard. It'll bring up second down and 5. Pivotal third down and 5 coming up here with 8:30 remaining in the first half. In a 27-10 contest. Trying to stop this surge of 20 unanswered points from McNeil. Charlie Fry in at tight end. Single receiver here down to the bottom side, Weston Franz. 2 to the top, ball sitting in the middle of the field. Line of scrimmage at 37, clock rolling with 8:10 remaining in the second quarter. Waits out of the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. Waits drops back, he has time, fires deep. That one for Norrell, a little high, and Drew Norrell not able to go up and grab that. There were 4 blue shirts back there. Norrell with an admirable job there, the pass a little high. Drew's able to get up there and get a hand on it. Kind of deflected it back to where it went over the defenders that were standing behind him. That'll bring up fourth down and 5 from their own 37. Punting team back out once again here for Westwood. Aiden Taylor drops back. He stands at his 25. This one will be punted away from the 21. Line of scrimmage is at 37. Snap low, takes a hop, now trying to find some running room over there, running to the far side, hit at the 30. Not able to get anywhere was Josh Hansen. Hansen, that one took a one-hopper. Fortunately, that went right up into the gut. He's able to haul that in, just a low snap. It had a good arc to it, but took a bounce right there, and he's just bottled up. Just completely covered up, brought down by about 5 Mavericks. 7:51 remaining in the half, and now McNeil will take over at the Westwood 31-yard line on the left side hash mark. So the Mavericks with another opportunity here. The McNeil offense making their way out onto the field. Getting to see the playmakers make plays happen here for the Mavericks. First down from the 31. Schultz out of the gun, single back in the backfield, 2 receivers up to the top. Schultz, 3-step drop, fires this one to the near side, complete at the 19, turning upfield at the 15, drug out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Hansen comes in to make the stop there as Zach Christie. 16 yards and a first down for the Mavericks. Clock stops at 7:44 remaining in the second as he goes out of bounds, or he's knocked out of bounds. McNeil well in the red zone right here at the 13 of Westwood. And here's Schultz back up to the line of scrimmage. Aiden Taylor stands in the backfield. 2 receivers up to the top. Ball in the middle of the field. Tight end flexed here to the near side from under center. Schultz hands it off. Good job coming in from the backside there for Westwood as Cannon Olafson, one of the stalwarts here on the Westwood defense, there to stop Taylor. Minimal gain on the play of a couple to bring up second down and 8. Both teams with 2 timeouts, 7:25 remaining in the half. Mavericks back up to the line once again. Now Schultz out of the gun. They line up in the pistol. Taylor stands behind him. The give, trying to run right. He's hit and dropped, advancing out to about the 5.5-yard line. And he will be spotted officially at the 6. So the third down play coming up, third down and 3 coming up for McNeil. Still with an opportunity here to get a first down before even getting into the end zone with the clock rolling at 6:49. Schultz under center once again in deep formation behind him is Aiden Taylor. Two receivers up to the top. Third down and 3 play. Schultz will hand it off. Taylor right up the gut. Looks like he is going to be at the line to gain. The line to gain at the 6, and it looks like that's where they're going to spot him. We'll have to wait for the official spot coming from our officiating crew. And it will be a 4th down, just a little shy. 4th down at about a half yard coming up for the McNeil Mavericks, leading 27-10, approaching the 6-minute mark remaining in the second quarter. Quickly up to the line of scrimmage, the ball sitting just this side of the left side hash mark. Under center once again is Schultz. Taylor stays in the backfield, lined up about 7 yards back. Schultz just powers forward. Little McNeil version of the tush push right there, pushing him forward for about 1.5 yard gain. That'll be a McNeil first down. So a brand new set of downs, 1st and goal coming up for McNeil. Ball sitting at the 4-yard line.
First down,
McNeil now at the line as the ball placed. Wind the clock. Get us rolling once again. So a lot of Schultz under center here in short yardage situations, and now with goal to go at officially the 3. Taylor lines up in the backfield. Schultz once again, tight formation, hands it off. Hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. This is actually Jarrell Gary. Gary hit there by Jack Kelly. And the clock continues to roll with 5:20 remaining. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and goal. The ball still sitting at the 3. So to the line of scrimmage, McNeil once again. Looks like this time Schultz will go out of the gun. He's got 2 backs in the backfield with him. As into the ball game once again comes Zylan Hall. Schultz with the play call up the line of scrimmage. Hayden Taylor will line up to the right side. No, back under center once again. So a true old school I formation coming up here. Schultz out of the gun. And a little confusion there. 2 seconds remaining on the play clock, and McNeil will take a timeout right there. While they do that, we will pause for a 30-second word from the University Interscholastic League.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
2nd and 3 coming up with 4:49 remaining. 2nd and goal from the 3. 25-6A action. Cedar Ridge leading Hutto 21-19. High scoring affair happening there. Here's the 2nd and goal play. 2 backs as they line up out of the shotgun. Fires to the end zone. That pass is caught for a 3-yard touchdown reception. McNeil with another one. It's Jarrell Gary. 2nd touchdown of the night. And McNeil with 6 more. PAT coming up. Bryce Wilson. Kickoffs and extra points. Young Bryce, the busy man this evening here at Kelly Reeves. Snap is good. Kick is up and good. Penalty marker on the field. We'll wait on the call over on the far side. Marker comes into the opposite side of the field. And that penalty against Westwood, obviously it'll be declined. 4:41 remaining in the first half. McNeil foot on the throttle. McNeil 34, Westwood 10. Warrior football continues in just a moment.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
34-10 your score. McNeil leading the Westwood Warriors. Homecoming night for the Mavericks. Festivities coming up at the half. Wilson puts a foot into this one. It's going to drive Mayes back about 4 yards deep. He'll take a knee there. 4:40 remaining on the touchback, and Westwood will trot the offense out, needing to get some points here on the board. If anything, just to stop the onslaught here. Friends, don't forget about Grimaldi's Coal Brick Oven Pizzeria, authentic New York style coal, and that's C-O-A-L, coal-fired brick oven pizza. Now in the fantastic domain, if you're looking for some great pizza, that Coal Brick Oven Pizza, truly phenomenal, New York style. Check them out if you're out in the domain. It is Grimaldi's Coal Brick Oven Pizzeria. 1st and 10 for the Warriors from the 30-yard line. 4:40 remaining in the first half. First down play coming up for Westwood. Handoff, bouncing to the outside. It's Mayes out to the 40, hit and dropped at the 42-yard line. 12-yard gain on first down. Sticks will move over on the far side, so a good start of the drive, getting ahead of the chains, getting those chains moving with a brand new set of downs. Clock stops momentarily, 4:31 remaining. 2 timeouts for Westwood. McNeil down to 1. Ball sitting on the left side hash mark, or pardon me, on the right side hash mark as they travel from right to left. Franz here to the near side, single receiver short side right. Single back in the backfield out of the pistol. Clap of the hands from Cooper Waits. Hands it off, bouncing to the outside once again. This is Mayes. Initial contact made around the 46, but he's able to vault out to the 48.5-yard line. Tackled by a slew of Mavericks right there. Gonna be shy of the first down. 2nd down and 4 off of the 6-yard gain. Ball placed at the 48. Warriors quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Clock rolling, 3:52 remaining in the second. Single back in the backfield. Handoff, Mayes hit at the 48, bouncing to the outside, drop there. No gain on the play. Well, he did get a yard. Advancing out to the 49. So a 3rd down and 3 coming up here for Westwood. Got to make this one. That clock continues to roll at 3:30 remaining. Right there, just shy of the midfield stripe. 18 seconds on the play clock. Here they are working from that right side hash mark. Out of the pistol once again, Mayes lines up behind Cooper Waits. Clap of the hands. Waits will hand it off. Pardon me, that is actually into McNeil territory. So back into the ball game there. Short yardage situation for Wade Allen. And Allen at the 3-minute mark remaining will move the chains for Westwood. Over on the far side line, the gain was the 48. He gets to the 47. Still working on the left side of the field, on the left side hash mark. Seeing that offensive line taking a little bit of control right here. Robert Main opening up an alley there. Clock now at 2:45 remaining in the second half, or in the second quarter. Here's Waits. False start there up on the top side. Looked like you had maybe the tight end and the right tackle. It was a little flinch there from That'll bring it back 5 yards, setting up a first down and 15, 2:39 remaining here in the first half. So Westwood now back into their own side of the field at the 48 to the line of scrimmage. Single receiver split to each side. Tight end in the slot. Not really the slot, kind of as a blocking back here to the left side. Waits, shallow pistol, hands it off. Allen hit at midfield and dropped there. After a gain of 2 yards, it'll bring up second down and 13. Still 2 timeouts in the pocket of head coach Derek Ward. Clock rolling, and we'll hit the 2-minute mark. And it'll be the 2-minute timeout. 34-10, it's been an onslaught here from McNeil. Waning stages of the first quarter here into the second. Westwood with a couple of turnovers that have helped capitalize here for McNeil, and we sit at 34-10 here in this contest. Take a look, head over to the Vype Live scoreboard. Take a look at some stuff that's happening around us. Take a broad look right here. Second quarter score, Cedar Ridge on top of Hutto. It's 21-13 ball game. Glenn and Bowie, 7-7 in a good non-con game there. Georgetown, Coppers Cove, it's the Eagles over Coppers Cove, 14-13. Lake Travis all over Midland Legacy, 42-7 the score in that ball game. Granger on top of Holland, 28-0 is the score there. Thorndale on top of Bartlett, 21-0 ball game there. Belton trails Eastview by a score of 14-10. Eastside on top of Thrall, 14-13. Bastrop leads Plano Prestonwood, 21-7. Full Vype Live scoreboard and an in-depth look at 25-6A coming up for you in your Highland Dairy halftime show. 1:58 remaining, second down and 12. Motion to the near side. Waits, drops back, looking downfield, plenty of time, fires over the middle. Caught at the 35, breaking tackles, nobody to catch him. It's Drew Norrell, 49 yards, and that's the shot Westwood needed right there. Norrell slicing across the middle. Waits hits him in stride. And the Warriors with a beauty. Narrow that gap just a little bit. You need that. As you get set to make your way into the locker room, there's no laying back, no conservative right here. That was just a great pattern right across the middle. And Josh Jack onto the field. Here's Jack. Snap a little awry, but able to punch it right through. 1:46 remaining in the second half. Westwood with a big one there. 34-17 is your score. So very impressive drive there for Westwood when it looked like that would have been a really good time for them to fall back on their heels with that slew of momentum and the big plays that you'd seen from McNeil, and then to answer emphatically on that play to draw just a little closer. Halftime, Vandergrift leads Stony Point by a score of 10-0. (34-17) ball game. And the Warriors will get set to get the ball back over to McNeil. 1:46 remaining for this fleet of thoroughbreds that you have here for McNeil. That's an eternity for McNeil. Getting set to go here. Chody with the ball at the 40. Westwood teasing an onside kick. Now Chody going back over to the other side. He'll set it over on the right side hash mark. Let's take a look and see if that's what will happen. Now spreading out into kick formation. McNeil will burn a timeout right there. Their final timeout of the half, getting set for what could be a possible onside kick coming here from Westwood. getting just a little interesting, and that gives us time to tell you about Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's, closest one to me over in Cedar Park, proud sponsor of Westwood Warrior football, sharing our one love with your one love, and it's those amazing chicken strips, tenders, whatever you want to call them, and that dipping sauce, my friends. Let me tell you, with a side of fries and a good cold unsweetened iced tea, you can never go wrong. Anytime you're over there in that Cedar Park area, or you're around that Raising Cane's, there's another place to get gas there right next to it. You stop over there, you're filling up your tank. If you can't make it over to Speedy Mart, you stop at that place next door, and it's just the ambient smell, just a beautiful smell of Raising Cane's right next door. Raising Cane's, sharing our one love with your one love. It's Raising Cane's. Warriors back out on the field. Now standing in a more traditional kickoff formation here for Chody. McNeil relaxes along the front lines as they stand back at the 48. And this one will be fielded all the way back to the goal line. Out to the 10, breaks one tackle at the 12, turns upfield at the 20, bouncing to the outside all the way down to the 28-yard line. 28-yard return for Aiden Taylor. 1:38 remaining. McNeil with an opportunity here to try to get more points on the board with a first down coming up for the Mavericks. McNeil out of timeouts. Westwood still sitting with 2 timeouts here in the half. A couple of 1-1 teams, 1-1, 1 win, 1 loss. However, this is that second season district campaign. It starts early in 25-6A. When you got 9 teams, you start in week 3. And here's the first down play for Schultz. Trips to the top, single receiver. Short side right, will hand it off on the ground. Big time running room up the middle, out to the 45, down to the 46-yard line. Best carry of the night right there for Zeeland Hall. Hall to the 46. And that'll be a first down for the Mavericks. Officially spotted at the 47. Quickly back, Schultz out of the gun, empty backfield. Quad of receivers up to the top, single receiver down to the bottom. Hitch over to the far side. This is Hall. Hall turns upfield into Westwood territory at the 49. He's hit and driven out of bounds on the far side at the 45. So did not make it out of bounds. So clock continues to roll with 1:14 and counting. Again, McNeil not with a timeout left here. It's going to have to be an out of bounds or an incompletion for McNeil to stop the clock. Quick personnel change as Schultz out of the gun once again. Fires a pass over the middle. That went in and out of the hands as he was trying to hit a quickly cutting Brian Perkins right around the 35, not able to hold on to it. So there's that clock stoppage with 57 seconds remaining. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 as McNeil continues to work from the Westwood 47-yard line. So up to the line of scrimmage, ball sitting on the left side, hash mark. Single back in the backfield is Hall. Trips to the bottom side, single receiver short side left. Here's the give. Hall, the 45. It's going to be a yard shy of the first down, needing to get to the 43. And he actually is now spotted at the 43, so it'll be a first down for the Mavericks. Clock stops and now rolls as the chains over on the far side move. 1st and 10 now from the 43-yard line, coming up here for McNeil. 34-17 is our score. Quad of receivers down on the bottom of your screen. Single receiver up to the top. Empty backfield set for Jordan Schultz. Fires a pass complete at the 34-yard line. Breaking a tackle, 3 defenders and getting out of bounds to stop the clock. Jarrell Gary. Gary had 4 white shirts around him and somehow snuck out of that scrum. And gently breezes out of bounds to stop the clock. Picking up another first down. 24 seconds remaining here in the half. Line of scrimmage should be about the 30. Umpire with the ball in hand. And the penalty marker coming in after the play that I missed. And this one's going to be marched off, and this is umpire getting his steps in here tonight. This is a personal foul. This is a big 15-yard hitter all the way back to the 45.
First down from the 45.
And it will be a first down for McNeil. However, the line of scrimmage, the 45 of Westwood instead of the 30. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Ball sitting on the left side. Hash mark motion to the near side. Now stopping in the backfield. Schultz, play action fake, fires over the middle. That one in and out of the hands. Good coverage there. Dangerous pass. However, as he hits Perkins, that was a ball. Hit Perkins in the numbers. Not able to hold on to it because he had 2 defenders around him. Cam Green back there among others. Clock stops with 20 seconds remaining on a second down and 10 for McNeil as they scrimmage from the Westwood 45-yard line. To the line, Schultz out of the shotgun. Quads on the bottom, single to the top from the left side hash mark. Schultz cutting across the middle. That is caught beautifully at the 35, falling forward to the 33. Aiden Taylor lined up at the 33 after a 12-yard gain. 15 seconds remaining as the sticks move over on the far side. That will wind the clock. It is now off and rolling, and clocking the ball here on the near side is Schultz. As Jaden Schultz clocks the ball here on the near side to make his way over to the sideline. 12 seconds remaining. So just a beautiful pattern right there across the middle. This Gary and Taylor tandem, something that you got to deal with here with McNeil. It's a lot of speed working out of the backfield or over on the outside. Second down at 10, 12 seconds remaining from the 34-yard line. A little movement there along the front. And a timeout called by Westwood. So as Westwood takes the timeout, we will pause 13 seconds for a word from our friends at Speedy Mart.
At Speedy Mart, we keep it moving. Snacks, drinks, last-minute stuff, you're in, you're out, and back to whatever you were doing. We're not just a regular corner store. We're more than that. And we've got more of what you're looking for.
12 ticks on the clock left. A timeout in the bucket for Westwood. The defense trying to rise to the occasion right here. Ball sitting at the 34-yard line of the Warriors. Kicked it from here, you'd be looking at about a 51-yard field goal. So we've seen Bryce Wilson, a busy man tonight. Not sure if that's something that Scott Hermes wants to ask of him. So let's take a look and see how quickly the offense will move here. Here's Schultz out of the gun. Jaden with the clap. Rolling right, fires across the middle, trying to turn it upfield. There's some running room there. Breaks one tackle at the 30, the 25, down to the 22-yard line. As Zach Christie comes back to it, picks up the first down. Clock stops with 2 seconds remaining. You got to unpile some players from down there around the 22-yard line. That's the line of scrimmage. Schultz up to the line, tries to clock that one, but I see 3 zeros on the clock. Let's wait, and it should be officially the end of the half. That is indeed the end of the first half. First half complete here from the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. It starts out back and forth, and then McNeil, 20 unanswered. We go to the locker rooms here at Kelly Reeves. McNeil 34, Westwood 17. Halftime show coming up. We'll have performances from the Westwood and McNeil band and drill teams, and we'll go to the Vype Live scoreboard and more, as it'll be the Highland Dairy halftime show when Westwood Warrior football continues in just a moment.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation: that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Halftime at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex, 34-17. Westwood trails McNeil, and it's that time of the week we take you down to the field for the Westwood Sundancers and the Westwood Warrior Band.
The Sundancer of the week is Violet Shine. The Majestics are led onto the field this evening by Major Gloria Reynolds, Lieutenant Colonel Olivia Chang, and Colonel Megan Denny. Vice President is Haley Hollyfield, and President is May Honeycutt. Congratulations to the Majestic of the Week, Elena Lee, Officer's Choice, Sabrina Lee, and this week's hype man, Gideon Romero. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is our tradition. It's the Sundancers. It's the Majestics. It's our sister high kick to How the West Was Won. The Sundancers are under the direction of Emily Clement and Jenna Drummond. The Majestics are under the direction of Maddie Jones and Corey Martinez. The Sundancers and Majestics would like to dedicate this performance to their amazing managers. Thank you for all you do. Good evening. We continue tonight's halftime entertainment as we welcome to the field the Westwood High School Warrior Band. The Warrior Band will be performing part 1 of their 2025 competition show entitled Red. And now, please enjoy the Warrior Band's performance of Red. Your Westwood Warrior Band, the best of the West. Drum majors for the Warrior Band are Cynthia Liu, Theo Long, Eileen Liu, Nora Yost, and Rachel Zhu. Directors for the Warrior Band are Brittany Dacey, Brandon Winter, Bryant Shortley, Percussion Director Mikey Sheeran, Color Guard Director Mark Estradi. Section of the week is the Clarinets.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Please direct your attention to the 50-yard line as we introduce to the McNeil High School pre-football homecoming court. Representing the Royal Court of the freshman class, freshman Duke, Yannick Counts. Yannick is escorted by his mother, Santa Counts, and father, Elsa. Yannick is a part of the Magic freshman soccer team in the McNeil band. Freshman Duke, Yannick Counts. Freshman Duchess, Vivian Rodabot. Vivian is escorted tonight by her mother and father, Regina and Jeff Rodabot. Vivian is on the McNeil soccer team. Freshman Duchess, Vivian Rodabot. And representing the Royal Court of the sophomore class, sophomore Duke, Aiden Vasquez. Aiden is escorted this evening by his mother, Molly McGuire, and his sister, Addison Vasquez. He is a dedicated member of the McNeil band, where he serves as a section leader, and he also participates in McNeil engineering. Sophomore Duke, Aiden Vasquez. Sophomore Duchess, Natalia Landez. Natalia is escorted this evening by her mother, Stacy Gutierrez, and her grandfather, Joe Gutierrez. She is a proud member of the Sapphires, Coach, and the Coach Club. Sophomore Duchess, Natalia Landez. Representing the Royal Court of the junior class. Give it up for our junior prince, Arjun Bangalore. Arjun is escorted this evening by his friends, Sai, Indurki, and Santosh Bala. Arjun is a dedicated member of the McNeil band and he serves as a section leader. He is also a member of the band. Junior prince, Arjun Bangalore. Junior princess, Ray Perez. Ray is escorted this evening by her parents, Rachel and Mario Perez. She is a section leader and vice president of social events in the McNeil band. Serves as the McNeil Trailblazer reporter and is also active in Student Council, DECA, Ambassador Society, Hispanic Honor Society, and U Alpha Theta. Junior princess, Ray Perez. And representing the Royal Court of the 2025 senior class, the candidates for homecoming king and queen. Senior Prince Arturo Bernard. Arturo is escorted this evening by his mother, Lita Bernard. He serves as an officer for the McNeil Automotive Skills USA team. This year marks his 4th year playing guitar for the McNeil Jazz. He is also a member of the Four Horsemen to the football game. After high school, Arturo plans to enlist in the Marines and pursue a career as a Marine Raider. Senior Prince Arturo Bernard. Senior Princess Madeline Krieger. Madeline is certified by her mother, Bridget Krieger, and father, Christopher Krieger. Madeline is president of Mass Theater Company. She is also stage manager for the Mass Theater productions of the Addams Family that will be on stage October 16th through the 18th. Madeline plans to attend DePaul University to study acting. Senior Princess Madeline Krieger. Senior Prince Alex Ferris. Alex is escorted this evening by his mother, Teresa Ferris. He is a member of the McNeil varsity track team where he competes in hurdles. After high school, Alex plans to continue coaching gymnastics and is considering applying to a college in Texas to pursue a degree in business. Senior Prince Alex Ferris. Senior Princess Raquel Rand. Raquel is escorted by her mother, Veronica Rand, and her sister, Rihanna Rand. She is a member of the McNeil varsity cheer team, Abbott, and yearbook. After high school, Raquel plans to attend ACC before transferring to Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, to study marine biology. Senior Princess Raquel Rand. Senior Prince Marshall Holland. Marshall is escorted by his mother and father, Robert and Erica Holland. Marshall is on the McNeil varsity football team, baseball team, and he also runs on the track team. He plans to play football at a college in Texas. Senior Prince Marshall Holland. Senior Princess Gloria Reyna. Gloria is escorted to meet by her mom, Grace Reyna, and father, Chris Reyna. She is the major for the McNeil Majestic, serves as vice president of the dance club, has a marketing internship, and is active in Westwood. After high school, Gloria plans to attend Texas A&M University or the University of Arkansas to pursue a degree in marketing. Senior Princess Gloria Reyna. Senior Prince Bowen Wheatley. Bowen is escorted by his father, Britt Wheatley, and his sister, Berkeley Wheatley. He is a member of the McNeil varsity football team, as well as FCA and Young Lions. After high school, Bowen plans to attend Texas A&M University or the University of Arkansas to pursue a degree in real estate finance. Senior Prince Bowen Wheatley. Senior Princess Kennedy Taylor. Kennedy is escorted tonight by her mother, Tiffany Griffin, and her father, Patrick Griffin. She is a member of the McNeil Varsity Choir and the McNeil Show Choir of Westwood. After high school, Kennedy plans to attend trade school to become a makeup artist and later pursue a college degree in business management. Senior Princess Kennedy Taylor. Maverick Nation, your 2025 McNeil High School Homecoming Royal Court. Your 2025 McNeil High School Homecoming King is Bowen Wheatley. Your 2025 Homecoming Queen is Gloria Reyna.
There's your homecoming ceremonies for McNeil. Bowen Wheatley, senior tight end, homecoming king. Good evening for him, as well as a good evening for he and his McNeil Maverick teammates as they lead here at the half, 34-17 over the Westwood Warriors. Let's go to our Highland Dairy halftime show, Vype Live full scoreboard as we take a look at scores from around the region. Got a good one in 25-6A. This one late in the second quarter, getting set to head to the locker room. This one running a good ways behind us with all the scoring that's going on. Cedar Ridge leads Hutto by a score of 35-34. Big one going on there in that ball game. Elsewhere, also a halftime score. You've got Bowie on top of Glenn, 24-14. Also at half, Coppers Cove on top of Georgetown. That's 19-14 also at the half over at Lake Travis Stadium. 42-17 over Midland Legacy, the Lake Travis Cavaliers. Other scores, these games have moved into the third quarter. It is Granger leading Holland by a score of 42-0. Thorndale leads Bartlett by a score of 34-0. Montgomery over Elgin 31-0. Eastview leads Belton 24-10. Florence trails Rio Vista 28-0 ball game there. Halftime scores here: Thrall over Austin Eastside 26-20. Bastrop leads Plano Prestonwood 42-21 the score there. Third quarter score: Geronimo over Canyon Lake 13-7. Elsewhere, Johnson City over Miles 21-6 is the score there. Back to 25-6A, undefeated Vista Ridge. They trail at the half over at Gupton. It's 23-17 there with Round Rock on top. Vandergrift at the half leading Stony Point 10-0. Halftime score in 25-6A. Gerald leads Caldwell 35-16. It's Colleen Shoemaker over Colleen Ellison 22-7. Lampasas and Colleen Chaparral, no score at the half. Battle over it between Hayes and Caldwell County. You got a defensive struggle there with Lehman on top of Lockhart by a score of 6-3. Burnett leads Little River Academy 14-7. McCallum and Dallas Pinkston 14-14 ball game there. No score in the first quarter between Maynard New Tech and Aikens. Anderson leads College Station 21-14. Halftime score there. Second quarter score: Taylor trails Lago Vista by a score of 21-0. Rockdale trailing Lexington in the second quarter. 13-7 is your score there. Halftime score over in Salado. Salado leads the Giddings Bulldogs 21-14. LBJ on top of Wimberley 20-14. Big early season matchup right there between a couple of powers here in the Central Texas region. Dripping Springs leads Harker Heights 28-16. Second quarter score. Temple trails San Antonio Reagan 24-20. Marble Falls trails in the second quarter. They're about to go to the half there. Llano 22-3 is your score in that ball game. And no score. A ball game tomorrow will actually be Northeast taking on Lhasa. All of that tomorrow, or that one game happening tomorrow. Last night around the region, let's take a look at what we had there. Final from last night, it was Rouse falling to Hewitt Midway 38-28. Lake Belton over Killeen 28-14. Travis over Navarro 55-0. You had Buda Johnson all over the Austin High Maroons 34-0. Take a look at this one yesterday, or last night at the field. You had Hayes Consolidated falling to Hendrickson 42-41. Talk about lighting up the scoreboard. There was a lot of that going on last night at the field. So that is a good look around the region. We still have a half to go right here. 34-17 is our score, with Westwood getting themselves back, getting some points right there at the end of the first half, but it was just a amazing run right there by McNeil into the first quarter, into the second quarter, that just really blew this thing open. Not that it's over. It's plenty still winnable here for Westwood, but just a onslaught of 20 unanswered points there from McNeil really set the tone to put it at this 34-17 advantage, and it is a lot of playmakers doing it for McNeil. You're getting a healthy dose of Taylor, healthy dose of Gary, and on the offensive side there, Jaden Schultz just doing a masterful job there at quarterback, as he has done for a long time here with the McNeil Mavericks. Teams getting set to make their way back out on the field. We'll step away for a moment and get you second half action when Westwood Warrior football continues in just a moment.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Back live at the Kelly Reeve Athletic Complex, the Palace on Palmer Lane, the Round Rock ISD Athletic Complex in North Austin, Texas. It is Westwood Warrior football exclusively on the Vype Live Network, along with Lady K, Christina Weber, back at the KMAX studios. My name is Rodney Rodriguez. It has been quite the first half that we saw there. Said we'd have a track meet or a defensive struggle, and at one point we had a little bit of both. That's how we stand at this 34-17 score. Just taking a look for Westwood. In the second half, it's going to be a matter of containing big plays, because that has been what the big playmakers have done here for McNeil. The plays that McNeil's been able to capitalize off of have been big hitters. You saw a drive right there at the end of the half where they methodically worked the clock. They, being McNeil, worked the clock. So now Westwood will have to answer that, and on top of that, no mistakes, no turnovers. 2 turnovers in the ball game for Westwood. So that will definitely need to get cleaned up. Not a lot of room for error right here with that 34-17 score that Westwood trails by here as we get set to go to the third quarter after the halftime festivities. So getting set to go, it will be Westwood kicking it off. And the ball in the air, and we are off. Short kick fielded right there around the 35. Westwood quickly down to bottle it up. It's going to be really good starting position starting off here the third quarter for McNeil. Make their way back out on the field. Line of scrimmage officially will be, football's kind of being paraded around out there a little bit. Looks like it's going to be set down at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. That's where McNeil will begin. And they will go left to right here in the third quarter. Ball sitting on the right side hash mark, and here's Jaden Schultz back out once again. Trips to the top side, single receiver down to the bottom right here to start for McNeil. And the first play is a give. Dancing, not a lot of room there. Onslaught of defenders led by Jack Kelly coming in for Westwood. Gain of about 1.5 yards on the carry for the ball carrier, Zeeland Hall. 2nd down and 8, officially a 2-yard gain. Line of scrimmage now the 42. In the backfield, it's Aiden Taylor. He wears the 0. Two receivers to the top, single receiver down to the bottom, ball sitting in the middle of the field, just underway here in the third quarter. Soltz fires here to the near side, turning upfield, breaks a tackle, midfield into Westwood territory, driven out of bounds here on the near side. Soltz pass complete right there to Jarrell Gary into Westwood territory all the way out to the 39, if I can talk here after all that halftime excitement. Homecoming ceremonies got me a little tongue-tied here, friends. 11-12 remaining in the third. First down. Ball sitting at the 39. Soltz out of the gun, single back in the backfield, clap of the hands, two-step drop, looks to the far side, fires, that pass complete, in and out of the hands at the 32. That one was right there. That one was on the mark to Christie. Christie saying that one was on me right there because he had that, went up for it. Maybe made a little bit of a football move right there before he actually had it totally secured. And it falls in and out of the hands. Clock stops with 11:07 to go in the third. Back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 coming up. Ball sitting at the 39-yard line of Westwood. Soltz now under center. Now the shift back out to the shotgun. Homecoming King standing to his right. Trips to the far side, single receiver to the short side right. Screen over to the far side, in and out of the hands once again, as he had Gary over on the far side, and Gary had a blocker in front of him. Gary had Taylor ready to throw a block there. He had two white shirts coming up at him. If he'd have been able to split the needle right there between those two defenders, might have been going to the house. It brings up third down and 10. Ball still sitting on the 39. There's Soltz out of the gun, 11:03 remaining in the third. Taylor stands in the backfield. Play action fake, pressure coming, fires, that pass is caught by Christie at the 31, turns upfield to the 25, driven out of bounds and breaks the tackle on the far side into the end zone. Touchdown, 39 yards. Zach Christie. And that was, talk about a catch and run and breaking tackles, just slicing through defenders. Westwood appeared to have him covered up a couple of different times with the initial catch at the 25, spins away from a tackle, and then around the 20, he just squirts free and off he goes into the end zone. And McNeil picking up where they left off. Here's Bryce Wilson on for the PAT. Kick is up and good. And just like that, it's McNeil right down the field on the 39-yarder to Christie. 10:50 remaining in the third quarter. It's McNeil 41 and Westwood 17. Westwood Warrior football will continue in just a moment.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
41-17 is our score. Off of the touchdown. Getting set to kick it off. From the 40-yard line will be McNeil. Mayes drops back along with Drew Norrell for the Bryce Wilson kick. 2 minutes and 10 seconds on that drive for McNeil. And this will be fielded by Mayes at the 7, out to the 15. He's got a big hole right up the middle of the field, all the way out to the 35, make it the 37-yard line. So Maps Mayes, a nice start to the drive there on the return. It will officially be placed at the 37. Hey, Jenny Ray, don't forget, friends, Jenny's Photographs team and individual pictures for football teams, and not just Westwood, a lot of teams, but she's been a part of the Westwood family for a long time. You're probably going to see her on the field tonight if you're here. Be sure and check out her photos at jennyray.com. Check back frequent, early, late, and often, because you will see them right there. Hey, Jenny Ray, proud supporter of Westwood football. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line, bouncing to the outside, out to the 45. First carry of the second half there on the first play is Wade Allen. Allen able to bounce to the outside for a gain of 7. Bring up 2nd down and 3. As that ball spotted is at the 45. Westwood going right to left here in the third quarter. Ball on the right side hash mark. Out of the gun once again. Waits will hand it off. Nothing doing. Nothing whatsoever. Able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Penalty marker comes in at the end of the play there as Wade Allen kind of shucked to the ground there at the end of the play after the whistle had blown, never went down. And there is the indication from our referee, Steve Babry. Indication against McNeil. And here is the mark off on the personal foul. Again, another one. Umpire getting the steps in tonight on these long ones. Relatively clean ball game. We've had a couple of 15-yarders. Not a lot of holding or fundamental penalties. Very clean other than a couple of those. 1st and 10 now from the McNeil 40. Here's Waits, fires over the middle. That one is caught by Mayes at the 25. He will go down there. So Max Mayes, threat out of the backfield, threat over on the outside, depending how he's moved around right there. Good quick hitter right there. And Westwood here in this half, they're going to have to get him, and they're going to have to get him fast. Holland in on the stop. 1st and 10 now from the 23-yard line. Here's the give once again, bouncing to the outside. There in on the stop is Tyson Cox. In on the stop for McNeil, the ball carrier. And that was once again Wade Allen. Gain of about 4. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Clock rolls with 9:20 remaining in the third quarter. And a 41-17 ball game. McNeil on top. There's Waits back out once again. It's Mayes in the backfield. 2 receivers split to each side. Slot over to the left is the tight end. Here's Mayes trying to bounce to the outside, running right at the 15. Able to push it out to about the 12. McNeil says they have the football. Take a look and see if that ball hit the carpet. Didn't see it come out. No indication on the field, so Mayes is going to be close to the first down if this stands. Wait on the placement. It looks like it is spotted at the 13-yard line. And it looks like it will be a player down for McNeil. So quickly down the field goes McNeil to start the third quarter to add the tally to 41-17. So now Westwood trying to answer that as they are in the Caprimo Red Zone. Again, Austin's premium cupcakery and coffee house at new location coming up in Lake Travis. So we'll definitely keep you posted on that. That's coming up in the fall, but you're out and about looking for that tasty treat. It is Caprimo. Be sure and check them out. They are the Red Zone sponsor here tonight for Westwood Warrior football. Warriorsports.org, the official website of Westwood Warrior football. Westwood Athletics. Everyone's covered right there. And Westwood, 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Cooper Waits going to call his own number inside the 10 down to about the 9-yard line on the carry. 4-yard gain on the first down play. Bring up 2nd down and 6. So Westwood quickly making their way down the field with the aid of that 15-yard penalty. So that Doesn't hurt you when you're trying to make up time fast. That was a good chunk of yardage right there. And now Waits to the outside. Lines up here to the bottom side. There's Cooper Waits. Out of the Wild Warrior, Logan Miller. Standing out of the shotgun formation. Bouncing to the outside, pardon me, that's Norrell. Drew Norrell hit at the 10. That's going to be a loss on the play there. Norrell bottled back there for about a 3-yard play, or 3-yard loss. Third down and 7 coming up for the Warriors, working from the 10-yard line officially. 7:45 remaining in the third. Now Cooper Waits, the commander, back in formation. Norrell up to the top, down here to the bottom will be Weston Franz. In the backfield, it is Mayes. Out of the pistol formation, clap of the hands, slinging it over the middle. That is Franz into the end zone, and it is a touchdown. 7 yards. Weston Franz, a bullet from Cooper Waits, and Westwood answers. Needed that drive right there. Had to get the answer off of the quick 7 points from McNeil, and that's exactly what the Westwood offense does. They're not going to let McNeil get away from this. And it'll be Josh Jack on for the extra point. Good snap. The hold is down, and Jack pushes it right through the uprights. 7:24 to go in the third quarter here from the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. It's McNeil 41, Westwood 24. Westwood Warrior football continues in just a moment.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation: that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Jack with the ball on the tee, 7:24 remaining in the third. Josh Jack, short kick fielded at the 37-yard line over on the far side. Jarrell Gary getting under the short kick. And Gary out past the 45 down to the 46. So it'll be first down there for McNeil, sitting on the 41-24 lead. So now the Westwood offense doing what it needs to do. You get the ball in your hands, you need to score. Now pressure a little bit here on the defense to make a stop, which has been hard to do tonight. This is a potent offense here led by Jaden Soltz, the senior quarterback of the McNeil Mavericks. And he will bring Aiden Taylor in the backfield with him. From the left side hash mark, their own 46-yard line. Here's Soltz under center. Swings it to the near side, turning upfield at the 45 at midfield into Westwood territory, and driven out of bounds. Good pitch and catch right there to Brian Perkins. It's Colton Case coming in to make the stop for Westwood. It'll bring up second down and 2 after an 8-yard gain on the play with 6:55 remaining in the third. Soltz out of the shotgun, empty set, 5-receiver set. 2 to the bottom, 3 to the top. Soltz pump fakes and runs at the 40 inside down to the 36-yard line. Jaden Soltz with a nice play call right there. A little misdirection, a little shoulder shimmy, and off he goes as the seas parted right in front of him. Picks up the first down. New line of scrimmage now the 36. First and 10 for McNeil, 6:33 remaining in the third. Soltz, empty backfield set, penalty marker on the field, throws it deep down the near side. That pass is caught and driven out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Jarrell Gary, but a penalty marker here on the near side at the snap of the football. So we'll wait on the indication here. Otherwise, it's first and goal for McNeil at the 2. Penalty marker way back here at the 37-yard line on the near side of the field, right by the McNeil sideline. There's offsides against Westwood. That penalty obviously going to be declined. That is a huge first down for McNeil. On the catch there by Gary. So this will go all the way down to the 2-yard line. First and goal coming up for McNeil with 6:25 remaining in the third. Mavericks up to the line of scrimmage, ball on the right side, hash mark. Here's Soltz. In the backfield is Aiden Taylor. 2 receivers down to the bottom. Taylor standing to the right of Soltz. And they play whistle dead before the snap. Timeout. Looks like that timeout called by McNeil. They want to dial up whatever they weren't going to run there, apparently. Didn't like what they saw. First and goal at the 2-yard line here with 6:17 to go. So underway here in the quarter, it's McNeil right down the field. Westwood capitalizing on a 15-yard personal foul penalty. And able to get in the end zone as well to keep that gap at 41-24. So now coming off of the timeout. Out come the Mavericks, working from the right side, hash mark. Soltz. We'll keep Taylor in the backfield. Single receiver up to the top side, Zach Christie. 2 receivers down to the bottom, short side right. Jaden Soltz out of the gun. And the snap to the tight end as he goes under center, waiting on the official indication, and there it is, touchdown, homecoming king. Bowen Wheatley, homecoming king, 2-yard plunge. Showed a little motion right across the left side of the field. Stops behind the center, takes the snap, and in he goes. So it'll be another PAT opportunity coming up for Bryce Wilson. Nice play call right there from Scott Hermes. Worth the timeout. That was actually a Westwood timeout. So here comes the PAT. Kick is up and good. Jack Kelly has come awful close, but hasn't been able to get his paw on those. 6:07 remaining in the third quarter. McNeil 48, Westwood 24. Warrior football continues in just a moment.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
6:07, just over 6 minutes remaining, about halfway through here in the third quarter. 3 touchdowns already in this third quarter, 2 for the Mavericks and 1 for Westwood. It's a 48-24 ball game. And Bryce Wilson will get set to kick off once again, kicking from left to right. Narell back with Mayes. They stand on the goal line. Wilson has put every one of these kickoffs into the end zone. And here is the kickoff. From a yard deep out to the 10-yard line, the 15, the 20. This is Narell at the 25, spins and is brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be first down Westwood there with exactly 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And the Westwood offense will return. So the Westwood offense makes their way out. Line of scrimmage is the 27-yard line. Cooper waits. In command. Two receivers to the top, single receiver down to the bottom. In the backfield standing with Waits. Here's Wade Allen. Motion to the far side. Waits. Plenty of time. Now flushed out of the pocket. Runs at the 30. 35. Takes a big hit right there and falls forward all the way down to the 36-yard line. 9 yards there on first down for Cooper Waits as the pocket collapses on him. He sees the alley right there and off he runs, and he's going to be a yard shy of the first down. To bring up second down and 1 for the men in white. Quickly up to the line of scrimmage at the 36. Ball in the center of the field. Clock rolling with 5:25 remaining in the third. Waits out of the gun. Snap a little low. Able to hand it off. The 40. And that will be the spot of the football there by Wade Allen. So Allen picks up the first down there on a 4-yard gain. Moves the sticks over on the far side. Ball set at the 40. First down for the Warriors. Franz lining up to the bottom. Two receivers set to the top. Westwood quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. Wade Allen in the backfield. Slot over to the right side. Cooper Waits standing out of the shotgun. Clap of the hands. 3-step drop. Looking downfield. All kinds of time. Now the rush coming in. He will go down. Coming up from the backside. That pocket collapsed and Michael Jones was sitting on the far side and the senior linebacker makes the hit and drops Cooper Waits. And it is a sack for the McNeil defense. Little conference there with a couple of officials having a conversation there. I don't see a penalty marker on the field unless it's laying somewhere in that sea of white jerseys. There's a conversation being had. Momentary stoppage here with 4:41 remaining in the third. And the white hat holding the call against McNeil. Scott Hermes on the sideline is like, what are you talking about? He's got missed that one. And here comes the mark off for the Warriors. And this will carry the ball into McNeil territory at the 48-yard line. First and 10 for the good guys. Charlie Fry in at tight end. Norrell here to the near side with Franz. Mayes up on the top side. Out of the shotgun, Wade Allen is the back. Motion Norrell from left to right. Waits drops back, fires. That one is incomplete on the far side, trying to hit the sideline pattern at the 40 to Drew Norrell, but a little long there. Took a shot there, did Cooper Waits when he released the football. Falls incomplete, second down and 10 coming up with 4:16 remaining in the third quarter. Revolving door of the tight ends. Good tight end tandem right there is Ryan Edson back in. And Edson will line up on the left side. Single receiver split to each side from the right side hash mark. On the give, bouncing to the outside. A little bit of running room there for Wade Allen. Allen out past the 41 down to the 39-yard line. It's a good chunk of yardage right back there on that carry to advance it out to the 39. We'll bring up a third down coming up for the Warriors. Third down and 1. With the ball sitting there on the 39, clock rolling 3:50 remaining in the third quarter. Waits out of the gun, pistol formation, single receiver split to each side. Edson is the tight end on the far side, handing it off. Wade Allen, he's got big time running room up the middle. The 30, the 28-yard line is where he'll be stacked up in a sea of blue jerseys. Wade Allen has been the power back tonight. And he picks up a first down there for the Warriors. And it looks like a timeout called here by Scott Hermes. Didn't like this momentum shifting over to the Westwood side as you see him going right down the field here on this possession. Time not on their side though. 3:36 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll pause 13 seconds for a word from Speedy Mart.
At Speedy Mart, we keep it moving. Snacks, drinks, last-minute stuff, you're in, you're out, and back to whatever you were doing. We're not just a regular corner store. We're more than that. And we've got more of what you're looking for.
Back at Kelly Reeves, Round Rock ISD Athletic Complex, in a 48-24 contest. Fourth quarter score, Vandegrift on top of Stony Point. That is a 17-0 ball game. Third quarter, Cedar Park and Huntsville tied at 22. A good one going on. We had a couple of good games going on tonight. We'll check in here in just a little bit on that Cedar Ridge Hutto game. High scoring affair going on there as they were 35-34 a little bit earlier, probably still at the half, or probably getting ready to come out of the half. First and 10 for the Warriors from the McNeil 29-yard line. Cooper waits. Wade Allen in the backfield, standing behind him out of the pistol, a very shallow pistol formation. And it is Allen running left out past the 25 down to the 22-yard line. 5-yard gain. It'll bring up second down and 5. So Allen getting the work done there. Clock at 3:20. Very productive drive here for Westwood. And quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. Here are the men in white once again. Allen stays in the backfield. Norrell up to the top. Franz down to the bottom. Standing out of the gun, waits. Now Allen shades over to the right side. Cooper waits. Two-step drop. Time. He'll now run at the 20. Breaks a tackle there and falls forward to about the 17-yard line. Officially the 18 is where he stopped. Tie him up. Michael Jones in on the stop for McNeil. But it will be a Westwood first down and in the red zone. So a Caprimo red zone opportunity coming up for the Westwood Warriors. All sitting on the left side hash mark. Clock rolling, 2:45 remaining in the third. Edson is the tight end. Hand off. Allen nitpicking and running at the 10, the 5, and into the end zone. Wade Allen, 18 yards. Westwood draws a little bit closer. Great run there by Wade Allen as he gets to the outside, finds the edge. Looked like he might go out of bounds right there, but he just kind of stutter steps right back to the right. Keeps the ball in bounds and crosses the goal line. Comes Josh Jack for the extra point. Out of the hole of Asher David. Kick is up and true. 2:34 remaining in the third quarter. Turning into a typical McNeil Westwood game. Mavericks 48, Warriors 31. Warrior football continues in just a moment.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
2:34 remaining in the third quarter. And it's a 48-31 lead for the McNeil Mavericks over the Westwood Warriors. 25-6A opener, busy night in 25-6A. Everybody in action We got some good contests happening. Deep kickoff fielded at the 3-yard line, out to the 10, 15, 20, and hit nicely there. Great job getting down to Special Forces. Coming down to make the hit there for Westwood. Quickly right down the field. Nice hit there by Teddy Kabelka. Kabelka, one of the sophomores on this team. Right down the field and nothing doing. Line of scrimmage, the 26-yard line to start the drive here for McNeil with 2:28 remaining in the third. Along with Christina Weber, Rodney Rodriguez, high above the Round Rock ISD Athletic Complex. Vype Live's presentation of Westwood Warrior football, presented by the Westwood Warrior Booster Club and their fine sponsors. Schultz under center. Single back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the top. Schultz will hand it off. And quickly Cam Green there to make quick work after about a half-yard gain. Cam Green leading the charge, stuff in the hole there. No running room there on the carry for Gary. And that will bring back into the ball game Zeeland Hall. 2nd down and 9, 2 minutes remaining in the third from their own 27-yard line. McNeil, empty set, 5 receiver set. Pass to the near side, turning upfield, breaks a tackle now, going the opposite direction and bottled up nicely. Cam Green along with Josh Hansen in to make the stuff there, as Jarrell Gary is hard to bring down, but he was contained nicely right there by that tandem of Westwood defenders. It looks like there is a Warrior down on the field. So we will take a momentary pause there. That'll give us a chance to take a look at some other scores. And man, you want to talk about 25-6A. Take a look at this one here. 4th quarter score. Round Rock leads Vista Ridge by a score of 26-24. So you've got a 30, or you had a 35-34 ball game earlier. You got the 26-24. 25-6A, that's where I tell you, with these games just being so important. That's Captain Obvious telling you that right there. But this district will always come down to that final week where you have these log jam of teams that I talk about. And it's because of this competition that you have right here. Got a lot of equal teams in this district. And we're seeing that across the board. Cedar Ridge and Hutto in a fantastic ball game. And a 3rd down and 7 coming up here for McNeil. So here's an opportunity for the Westwood defense. Jaden Schultz lines up in an empty backfield, 5 receiver set. 3 to the top of your screen, 2 down to the bottom. Ball from the right side, hash mark. Out of the gun, Schultz. 3rd down and 7, ball a little high, able to pull that down. Schultz runs, and he will be stopped. It's once again Cam Green. Middle of the field, it's a 1-yard gain. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 7, so Westwood offense. Firm stop right there, containing the key cogs in this McNeil offense there with Gary and Aiden Taylor. And that high snap there for Schultz. And now it'll be punting time. Maps Mayes stands back around his 30-yard line. Getting set to punt it away is Bryce Wilson, his first punt of the night. Bringing the pressure, able to get that off. This is going to be Mayes, will let it take a bounce there at the 37. Takes a McNeil roll and goes out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Is once again coming off of the edge there. You had Jack Kelly. He's just coming lights out for these kicks. 39 seconds remaining in the third. Westwood with the defensive stop. And they will scrimmage 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Here as we wind down the third quarter. Warrior offense traveling right to left. All sitting on the left side hash mark. Here comes Cooper Waits, 2 receivers to the bottom. Single receiver up to the top on the long side. Single back in the backfield as they operate out of the pistol. Good lead block right there, trying to get to the outside, and they Wade Allen, just nothing doing. He couldn't do it. Had a montage of shirts right there, blue shirts, but it's Tyson Cox finishes them off right there as the clock rolls with 25 seconds remaining. Here in the third, no gain. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Line of scrimmage, still the 33. Looks like Derek Ward and Cooper Waits are going to be content, maybe let the final seconds roll off of the clock right here, and that's exactly what happens. Oh, no, they did snap it. Got a play off. Ran it right down as Wade Allen out of the backfield at the 40, breaks a tackle, picks up the 1st down, finds the far sideline. Wade Allen on the run, penalty marker. He's brought down at the 14-yard line, penalty marker on this side of the field, all the way across the play. But how about that? Letting the clock almost get down to 0, snapping the ball and hitting Wade Allen on a little screen, a little wiggle out to the right side. That will be the final play of the 3rd quarter, and it ends. Wow, what a 3rd quarter. 3 complete here from the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex, and this rivalry is just as good as ever. It's McNeil 48-31, Westwood 31 with the Warriors. Red zone opportunity coming up when Westwood Warrior football continues in just a moment.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Getting set for the final 12 minutes here from the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex on rivalry night, homecoming night for the McNeil Mavericks. 48-31. Westwood with a big play there at the end of the 3rd quarter, and if you missed that, just a few seconds remaining there, and it looked like Westwood is going to let the clock run out. Cooper Waits takes a snap and fires it off to the right side to Wade Allen, and off he goes right into the red zone. All the way down to the 12-yard line. Caprimo. Red zone opportunity coming up. Austin's Premium Cupcakery and Coffee House presenting the Westwood Red Zones tonight. Now Westwood going left to right here in the 4th. Allen stays in the backfield. Takes the handoff, running left, trying to bounce to the outside, but he's ridden down over on the far side by Caden Kearney.
Inside the 10.
Able to get inside the 10-yard line down to the 7, or 2nd down and 7. So he's actually spotted at the 9-yard line. Just underway here in the 4th quarter. Warriors quickly up to the line of scrimmage, working from the left side hash mark. Single back in the backfield out of the pistol. Here's Waits, clap of the hands. We'll hand it off. Allen bouncing to the outside. Allen hit and spins and falls to the 1-yard line. Looked like he may get enough of the kind of when you do the spin the hoop is what it looked like right there for Wade Allen, and I thought he might get the ball over the plane of the goal line, but not able to. Spotted officially at the 3, it looks like, where the knee went down. So a 3rd down and 1 coming up here from the 3-yard line for Westwood. Waits out of the gun. And a whistle. And actually Wade Allen as well, and the play is stopped. Wade Allen down on the carpet there, so we will have a timeout while the medical staff makes their way out to check on Wade Allen. We'll take a break with him. Got a good one going on here. 11:20 remaining in the ball game. It's McNeil 48, Westwood 31. Warrior football continues in just a moment.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Back at the Palace on Palmer Lane, the Round Rock ISD Athletic Complex. 11:20 remaining in the contest. 48-31. Westwood in the Caprimo red zone here early in the fourth. Final score in 25-6A, Vandegrift over Stony Point, 24-0. Anderson leads College Station in the third quarter. A little 5A action right there, 24-14. 3rd and 1 from the 3 here for Westwood. Max Mayes now stands behind Cooper, waits in the pistol. Single receiver split to each side, ball right square in the middle of the field. For the first down play, 1st and goal. Standing out of the gun, here is Waits. Clap of the hands. Mayes across the goal line. Westwood. Nice drive right there after a defensive stop, and the Warriors push it through. Don't leave me yet, friends. Here comes Josh Jack. Trying to stay perfect on the night. Asher David will set it down, kick is up and good. .13 remaining in the ball game. All of a sudden, it's a 10-point ball game. McNeil 48, Westwood 38. Lots of points on the board. Did I mention track meet? Warrior football continues in just a moment.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
So the Warrior defense we talked about tightening up here in the now fourth quarter, and that's exactly what's happened. The Warriors have pulled themselves back into this game, now only trailing by 10, with plenty of time remaining. 11:13 showing on the clock here on the big board at the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. This will be Chody with the ball on the tee at the 40, kicking it left to right. Boots this one, it's taken at the 2-yard line. Returnable football out to the 20. There's a big hole in the middle of the field, but it closes up nicely for Westwood. Is coming down to make the stop for the Special Forces. It's Anthony Bolden. Bolden making the stop there on the return from Brian Perkins. So it'll be McNeil with just over 11 minutes remaining here in the third, or in the fourth, in the ball game. Make their way back over. Lots of time left here, but next week it is Cedar Ridge. Again, we'll have your 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Right here on Vype Live. We look forward to bringing you that one. Traveling right to left in the fourth. Here's Jaden Soltz out of the shotgun. Play action fake, looking plenty of time. Fires complete in and out of the hands there at the 35-yard line. Once again, that one hit Aiden Taylor right in the hands. It ricochets right off him and it falls incomplete, bringing up 2nd down and 10. Good coverage over on the far side from Logan Miller. 11 minutes remaining in the contest. Getting to feel the white tide a little bit right here, the burnt orange and white. Soltz from under center with a single back in the backfield. Slings it to the far side, trying to set up the screen there, turning upfield with the 45, breaks a tackle into Westwood territory on the far side. Hard to stop Brian Perkins. He had a head of steam right there, turned on the jets, and off he went. That's a big hitter all the way to the 42-yard line of Westwood. Actually, this football is coming back. There we go. Now spotted at the 45. Soltz under center once again. Soltz hands it off. Big time running room right up the middle. Spinning for about 15 yards on first down. Aiden Taylor, he'll get you on the outside. He'll get you right up the middle. That's exactly what he does, picking up a first down. Back-to-back first downs for McNeil. And they are in a hurry. Quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. Ball set down at the 44. On the right side, hash mark. Schultz under center once again as he stands. Swings it here to the near side. Complete at the 40. Breaking the tackle there at the 35. Driven out of bounds at the 29. This time it's Jarrell Gary. There are just so many of these fleet guys on this team. They hit you from every side. And it's a first down for the Warriors. Ball spotted at the 29 of Westwood. 10:33 remaining. All kinds of movement across the front. Free play right here. Schultz is going to fire it into the end zone, trying to hit Perkins. And it falls incomplete. Free play right there as you had movement all across the front line. Be curious to see who this call is going to be against, because I saw both lines of scrimmages in motion. Here comes Zeeland Hall into the ball game. He'll go into the backfield. And I guess it's going to be a call on nobody because the ball's still spotted at the 29. Here's Schultz. 3 to the top, 1 down to the bottom from the left side hash mark. Schultz fires, setting up the screen to the far side, complete at the 31, turning upfield, breaking the tackle at the 20. Green pastures into the end zone. Touchdown, Aiden Taylor. 29 yards, and McNeil answers Westwood. Back and forth. It's a yo-yo string right here at Kelly Reeves between these two. Lots of points on the board here tonight. Scoreboard operator is going to have carpal tunnel syndrome by the time this is over for pushing all these buttons. Here's Bryce Wilson. That time they got a hand on it, but it still squirts its way through. 10:18 remaining in the ball game. McNeil answers Westwood's answer of McNeil's answer of Westwood's answer, and so forth and so on. 10:18 remaining. It's McNeil 55, Westwood 38. Vype Live's exclusive coverage of Westwood football continues in just a moment.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Indeed, Highland Dairy, great sponsor of Westwood football. 55-38, McNeil leading. Plenty of football to go here in this one. Ball on the tee at the 40. And this will be fielded at the 5. Ball on the carpet right off. Great job to hop that thing back in and get down the field there by... My goodness, how about that play right there from Colton Case? That thing hits him right in the 7, bounces about 6 yards. Case never lets off and scoops it right back up, and off he goes. Somehow gets 5 yards on the return additionally. 10:13 to go. The Warriors who are drawn within 10. Now McNeil spreads this out. Let's check out the Westwood offense's answer. Cooper waits out of the shotgun, first down and 10 from the 20. Turns, hands it off. This is Maps Mias. Mias, all kinds of running room right there. And he will push it out for 11 yards on first down. And the Warriors will move the sticks. Clock showing 10 minutes remaining in the ball game. And Westwood at the 33-yard line. Up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Waits. Triangle of receivers up to the top. And that is Norrell. Norrell over to Waits. Wide open. Hits Franz. Hans it in with the razzle-dazzle. To the house. Touchdown Westwood. 73 yards. Norrell to Waits to Franz. And Westwood is answered. rivalry. I love it. This is just high school football that you love to watch. And I get to bring it to you. Wow. Didn't take long. About a minute and 10 seconds right there on that one for Westwood. Derek Ward drawing up the trick play. Kick is up and good. Josh Jack on the money tonight. 10-point ball game once again. 9:51 to go. McNeil 55, Westwood 45. Warrior football will continue in just a moment.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Well, friends, we got a good one. We got a long way to go. 9:51 remaining in this one. And it's a 10-point ball game. 55-45. On a great night for football at the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. Shody will get set to kick it off. Brian Perkins drops back along with Aiden Taylor. That's some dangerous dudes back there. We've had everything but a kickoff return, I think, in this one. Here's the kick. This is Chase Taylor all the way back to the 2-yard line and bring it out to the 10, the 15, and there's a gap right in the middle of the field out to the 35, all the way down to the 38-yard line. So a nice return of about 35 yards there for Aiden Taylor. It'll be first down, and you've got Taylor down on the carpet there, so we will have a momentary stoppage once again. Again, all the great Westwood Warrior Booster Club sponsors. If you get a chance, go visit these folks and thank them for being a part of Westwood Athletics. The great folks at Caprimo. Jenny Ray, the Jenny Ray photos, be sure and check them out at jennyray.com. Ed Lundry, your source for buying, selling, and investing in real estate. Highland Dairy, Grimaldi's Coal, Brick, Oven, Pizzeria, Reales, Raising Cane's, Handles, Speedy Mart, and Spicewood Dermatology. And remember, your source for online everything Westwood Athletics. It is warriorsports.org. Check out the home base right there for all of your Westwood needs. You got schedules, you got rosters, everything that you need. Get an opportunity here during football season. Be sure and check out volleyball. Volleyball going strong. Check out sub-varsity. When we do this, it's not just the varsity. It's not just the Friday nights. Be sure and check out those Tuesday night games. And if you can get to a Thursday night sub-varsity game, be sure and do that, because that's your future Warriors right there. First and 10 from the 37-yard line with 9:43 remaining in the third quarter. This game was just flying along at one point. Saltz, great play action. Saltz in wide open field. Here we go again. Off to the house goes Jaden Saltz. Wow. My goodness. 62 yards, 72 yards. Off he goes. How many digits we got up on that scoreboard right there? Off he goes. And here comes Bryce Wilson once again. About 8 seconds off the clock right there. No, I take that back. 12 seconds off the clock for that play. And here comes once again the PAT. Up and true. Well, heck, how about that? Let's just stay here a while. Penalty marker on the field. Wait on the call. Team's heading to the sideline, so I'm assuming this is against Westwood, and extra point is not going to be affected. Extra point was good, by the way. Still conferencing. Out around the 5. Teams are off the field, 9:32 remaining here in the ball game. It's McNeil 62, Westwood 45.
Offsetting penalty. Result of the kick is good. 9:32.
Offsetting penalty, so that kick will be good. 9:32 remaining. And we'll get set for another kickoff. Should have had a kickoff sponsor tonight. That'd have been a lot of kickoff conversation, a lot of sponsor mentions if we'd have had the kickoff sponsor. Maybe something we'll do moving forward here in 2025. 62-45. Norrell stands back with Mayes. Wilson with the ball there at the 40. It's like something's got to give here with the onslaught of scoring. It's the defense is, when you see this amount of scoring, it's like, okay, certain defense is fatigued, but I'm not saying the defense is not tired. These defenses are not on the field very long with these big hitting plays. And this one 3 yards deep, so Westwood will bring it out. With 9:31 remaining in the contest, 62-45 in this one. It's going to be an interesting stat when this is all said and done. I know one thing that I'm definitely going to do, and I'll probably do it tonight, is when I get back to my home base, I'm going to add up all the scoring tonight in 25-6A. And I'm going to need a calculator. 1st and 10 from the 25. Here's the Warrior offense. 2 receivers split to each side. Single back in the backfield. Clap of the hands. Waits drops back. Pocket collapses. Cooper takes off. He's hit at the 32. And goes down at the 33, or spotted at the 33. 2 yards shy of the first down. Bring up 2nd down and 2. Clock rolling with 9:10 remaining. 2 timeouts for each squad. 2 receivers flanking to the top, ball in the middle of the field. In the backfield, it continues to be solely at this point Maps Mayes. And to the line of scrimmage, out of the gun is Waits. Mayes over to his left. Waits, clap of the hands. 2-step drop, looking downfield, fires. That one, Norrell caught at the 45, takes a shot. That's 21 yards all the way out to the 46-yard line. And another Westwood first down. Drew Norrell in that one for the long haul. He had pressure coming from the backside, but he's able to hold on to the football. And Westwood approaching that midfield stripe with the clock rolling at 8:30. All on the left side hash mark, quickly up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers split to each side from the left side hash mark. Out of the shotgun, dropping back, looking, Waits, fires, complete at midfield. Another big shot right there. That's a 5-yard gain there, as that's Franz coming in to make the grab. Paid the price at the end of that play is 32. Michael Jones comes, lays him out, but once again holds on to the football. Gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Clock continues to roll at 7:55 remaining in the ball game. Midfield stripe is the line of scrimmage. Now back in the ball game for the Warriors, Wade Allen. Waits, fires. This is complete to Mayes at the 46. He'll make his way out to the 43. That's a first down. Gain of 7 on the play. Chains will move over on the far side. Charlie Fry checks back in the revolving tight end position right there with Ryan Edson. And Westwood, new set of downs from the 43-yard line with the clock showing 7:25 remaining. Westwood up to the line of scrimmage. Cooper Waits calling the play. Mayes will check back in now as Wade Allen back out over to the Westwood sideline. Play clock at 10. So here's Waits out of the gun, standing for the first down and 10 play. Out of the shotgun. Waits drops back, looking downfield, pump fake, flushed out of the pocket, pressure coming from the backside. Cooper Waits running to the sideline, takes a shot at the 40-yard line right there, coming in to lay another massive hit right there. It's Jesus Galarza. Cooper Waits had a lot of time back there, but the pressure was coming from the backside, and then he gets it from the front side. Ball spotted at the 40. So a gain of 3 right there. The ball sitting over on the right side hash mark. Play clock beginning to trickle down. It's sitting at 12, and Cooper Waits is over on the far sideline. Might have to burn a timeout, and that's exactly what Coach Derek Ward does. 6:24 remaining in the ball game. Westwood on the move once again. 62-45. McNeil leads over Westwood. Warrior football continues in just a moment.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
If you happen to have stepped away around the half after the homecoming ceremonies, maybe you had to get something done around the house and you thought, well, that this one was firmly in hand. If you thought that and you're just coming back, well, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. 6:24 remaining in the ball game, and it's now 62-45. You got a big boxing match tomorrow, a Canelo fight tomorrow. We got a little preview right here. Is Westwood and McNeil are just trading blows right here, back and forth. All these points on the board and just explosive plays. Talk about explosive plays on both sides of the field. Aiden Taylor checking into the ball game. Mayes in motion over to the far side, and Westwood had something drawn up because he had Alex Smith in the ball game. Elite young mobile quarterback back there. And that's quickly stopped as a timeout, looks like was called. And Alex Smith is still on the field on the far side, but now Cooper Waits back in, so it's just a brief appearance. There's a little cameo there from Alex Smith. And Cooper Waits back out of the gun once again. Mayes stands over to his right. 3 receivers down to the bottom. From the right side, hash mark, line of scrimmage of 40. Fires this one. A little long right there, trying to hit Franz, who's gotten real busy here in the second half. That one just out of reach. Clock stops with 6:18 remaining. 3rd down and 7 coming up for the good guys. Warriors trying to punch another one in here. They battle their way back. But McNeil just keeps answering. He had a defensive stop right there that got it to within 10, and we've been within 10 twice. Here's Waits, 3rd down and 7 from the 40. Clap of the hands, drops back, looking, fires. This one is in and out of the hands of Franz. Franz was cutting across at the 35. He looked like he had enough room to get to the 33, which is the line to gain. But now 4th down and 7 coming up here for Westwood. And a 62-45 ball game with 6:14 remaining. Dare I say this could be your ball game? Question mark. Here's Waits to the line of scrimmage. Narell here to the near side along with Edson. Single receiver to the top. Single back in the backfield for the 4th down and 7 play. Now out in motion to the far side. Looking, fires, wide open. Pass complete at the 35. That's a 1st down inside the 30. Breaking the tackle to 25. Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It's the youngster. Maps Mayes. 1st down Westwood. Biggest play of the year so far right there for Westwood. Wow. Mayes just found a cushion over on the far side and was wide open. Ball sitting at the 22, 6:05 remaining. Here comes Westwood. Rolling right, looking downfield, waits, fires. This is complete. Charlie Fry at the 20, hit and drop at the 17-yard line. First reception there for Fry as he's brought down by Perkins. That's a gain of 5. It'll bring up second down and 5. And another Caprimo red zone opportunity coming up for the Burnt Orange and White. At the line of scrimmage from the 17-yard line, the right side hash mark. 2 receivers split to each side. Short side is the right side. Single back in the backfield. Cooper waits, clap of the hands, drops back looking. He's got Mayes on the far side. Fires over the middle, diving effort incomplete. Trying to hit Franz there, just let him just a little too much, had a little too much steam on it. And it falls incomplete. Clock stops, 5:23 remaining. Third down and 5 coming up for Westwood. Inside the red zone at the 17-yard line. Big play coming up right here. To the line of scrimmage. Up come the Warriors. Waits out of the gun, single back in the backfield, 2 receivers split to each side. Clap of the hands, third down play. Waits looks, fires that one a little short. Had all kinds of pressure, took a shot there after the ball was released. He had a head of steam and big time pressure coming up from Michael Jones. And a fourth down coming up once again. Converted it just moments ago. A fourth down and 7, now a fourth down and 5 coming up with 5:19 remaining inside the red zone from the 17-yard line. Westwood to the line of scrimmage. Here are the Warriors. Waits out of the guns, trips down to the bottom. Single receiver up to the top. Waits sends Mayes in motion out to the left side. Drops back, pressure coming. Waits fires this one a little short. The receiver slips down. The turf monster gets a receiver at the 8. It looks like Waits, as the pressure was coming, couldn't quite get enough on it. And as the ball was released, Franz made the cut to come back to it, and he slips down to the carpet. Ball goes over on downs with 5:14 remaining. And McNeil, dare I say, holding on to a 62-45 advantage here at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. So McNeil, we've seen him be awful fast, but I think this is probably the slowest that we'll see this team tonight. Final tonight, Vista Ridge stays undefeated and now 1-0 in 25-6A. Vista wins over Round Rock 30-29. Fourth quarter score, Hutto leads Cedar Ridge 49-42. Just another scoreboard burner. To the outside, running room there, penalty marker in the backfield out past the 20. The ball carrier, Zealand Hall. Penalty marker well behind the play in the backfield. Hall was able to scamper to the outside. We'll get the call. Line of scrimmage currently is the 22, and this is being marched back, so this is against the home McNeil Mavericks. And McNeil's going to set up for a 1st and 20, so a holding call with 5:07 remaining. Now the clock rolls, approaching 5 minutes remaining in the contest. From under center, Saltz, naked bootleg here to the near side. Breaks a tackle out to the 20, the 25. Looks like he'll finally be forced down around the 30. He'll pick up the first down, 23 yards there for Saltz. Just a good old naked bootleg right there. Had all the motion going over to the right side, and Saltz hightails it over to the left. He's got wide open space. He's got a great block from his wide receiver. Just a great block from Perkins, continuing his great night. The block there on, I believe that was Hansen. And now out to the 30, 1st and 10 with the clock rolling. Warriors have a timeout. McNeil has 2. Play clock at 7. Saltz out of the gun as they run out of the pistol. Snap, able to get that off. And off out of the backfield, running all kinds of room, breaking a tackle into Westwood territory. At the 20, all the way down to the 14-yard line, a big runner right there. And that was Zealand Hall, his biggest run of the night. That one all the way down the field. About 55 yards down the field there for Hall. And here's McNeil sitting at the Westwood 15-yard line with 4 minutes remaining. So up to the line of scrimmage. Salt stands in the backfield, Aiden Taylor. He'll give it to Taylor. Taylor's got running room right up the middle. Taylor breaks a tackle. He's able to get inside the 5 all the way down to the 4. Reset of the chains for a 1st and goal coming up here. Westwood still with the 1 timeout. And Salt's picking up the play here on the near side from the offensive staff of McNeil. .325 as the clock continues to wind itself down. Jarrell Gary on the field. In the backfield, it's Hall still. And it'll be a keeper off of the RPO into the end zone. Touchdown. Jaden Saltz takes it himself. Just a great run pass option right there. Fed it to him. Pulls it at the last minute. The alley opens up there on the left side, and off into the end zone goes Jaden Saltz. And the scoring continues. Offense stays out on the field. Looks like a 2-point conversion coming up here. Here is another trickery on the other side. The pass over to Saltz. Almost the exact same play Westwood runs as Christie takes the handoff. And McNeil pushes it up to 70. 3:06 remaining in the ball game. I don't think we're done with scoring yet, folks. 3:06 remaining. McNeil 70. Westwood 45. Warrior football continues in just a moment.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
70-45. I said at the beginning of the game that I've called so many of these and I've seen so many just with a little bit of everything. Never quite this much scoring. Never quite this much scoring in one of these Westwood McNeil games. So the Warriors drop back. Mayes back with Norrell. Wilson will kick it away. So here is Wilson. Booms this one, and actually this is Franz. Franz from 5 yards deep in the end zone. Teases that he's going to bring it out, but does not. So Westwood with 3:05 remaining. Will look to get more on the board to break 50. Wow, that's lots of scoring. 3:05, a lot of time, but Westwood with only a timeout left in the pocket there of head coach Derek Ward. I just think we'll do this again next week. And Hutto and Cedar Ridge gave you that score earlier. They're still playing Cedar Ridge and Westwood next week. Atlanta. 1st and 10 from the 25. Here is the give. Change of quarterback. Alex Smith hands it off. Big runner right up the middle. First down out for 12 yards all the way past the 35 down to the 37-yard line on the carry right there for Wade Allen. So Alex Smith at the helm here for Westwood. Another dual threat possibility right here with number 16 in the ball game. Smith stands out of the gun. Single back in the backfield, 2 receivers at the bottom, single receiver up to the top. Smith turns, hands it off. Wade Allen once again. Wade Allen has just been tremendous tonight. Gouges forward for about 4 yards out to the 42. Clock rolling with 2:30 remaining. In the ball game, Caden McDonald lining up here to the near side. Also in the ball game, it looks in the backfield. You've got Zeke Brock. And a timeout called. Timeout. Well, clock is rolling. Clock is rolling here at the moment. Both teams are over on the sideline. Oh, to the 2-minute timeout. Oh, I forget about that. I forget about the 2-minute timeout. That one sneaks up on me. So that's what Westwood does right there. So 70-45 is the score, with McNeil on top of Westwood. As we begin to finish this off, we were seriously in record pace, friends. We were getting over to the half, and I distinctly remember looking down at the half, right when we were getting to the half, and it wasn't 8 o'clock. It wasn't 8 o'clock, and boy, here we are at 10 o'clock. Handoff, bouncing to the left side, running room there to midfield as the ball carrier, Zeke Brock, senior running back. The Westwood first down. Clock now beginning to roll once again. First down at the 49-yard line of McNeil. This has been a lot of fun to bring you all tonight here on Vype Live. Smith takes the shotgun snap, hands it off once again. Just running it right up the middle once again is Brock. For a gain of about 4 to bring up 2nd down and 6. Line of scrimmage now the 45. Clock is stopped. Another helmet off of McNeil Maverick. This time it's Nwosu loses his lid. And the team stand patiently waiting. .124 on the clock. Here to wind this one down. We'll do a 25-6A scoreboard here at the conclusion of this contest. Let you know what all has happened tonight. A lot has happened tonight, friends. A lot has happened tonight. A minute remaining. Now the clock beginning to wind down. Here is Westwood. Zeke Brock stays in the backfield. Alex Smith out of the gun. Single receiver split to each side. Line of scrimmage at 45. Smith, the clap of the hands. Hands it off to Brock. Brock hit and covered up at the line of scrimmage. Jacorian Hubbard in on the stop for McNeil. As the final 30 seconds will get set to wind off of the clock here at the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. Game started out with the defenses taking care of business. McNeil builds a little bit of a cushion. You go into the locker room, Westwood comes out and answers every score darn near to finish this thing out. But this one is done. What a ball game here tonight, friends. Final score from the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. It is McNeil 70, Westwood 45. Crazy things in the rivalry. Before we get you out of here, let's take a look at that Vype Live 25 6A scoreboard. Game still in progress. One other game still in progress. Showing about 5 minutes remaining. Hutto leads Cedar Ridge by a score of 49-42. That one's still going. Round Rock falls to Vista Ridge 30-29. Vandegrift wins over Stony Point 24-0. And again, our final here, it is McNeil winning over Westwood by a final score of 70-45. What a ball game. What a ball game. The rivalry only gets better. Thank you all for joining our broadcast here on Vype Live, presented by the Westwood Warrior Athletic Booster Club. Again, warriorsports.org. And a big thanks to Westwood Warrior Athletic sponsors, the great folks at Caprimo, Jenny Ray, hey Jenny Ray, Ed Lundry, Highland Dairy, Grimaldi's Cold Brick Oven Pizzeria, Reales, Raising Cane's, Handles, Speedy Mart, and Spicewood Dermatology. We'll do it again next week. It'll be Westwood taking on Cedar Ridge. We'll do it the same way we've been doing it. It'll be your 6:45 pregame, followed by a 7 o'clock kickoff. And after this one, who knows what we're going to get in that one. For the great Lady K, back at the Vype Live broadcast studios, Christina Bertrand. I need to ask her which one she wants me to call her. Lady K is what we'll call her, the whip cracker. My name is Rodney Rodriguez. Thank you all for being a part of the broadcast. We look forward to doing it again next Friday night. Westwood Warrior football live on Vype Live. Good night, everybody.